Well, hello, Craig. Hello, Maria. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Craig. I was doing some videos, so I did a review video for my Otter Spirit bracelet, so that will be coming up. And I have an unboxing, but that's a collaboration video, so I can't share that one yet. Yet, being keyword yet. Um, so we had a fun day yesterday. I um what's called? I went up, hung out with my twin. We went down. I remember I was telling everybody I was gonna take all my bags and I'm gonna take them to consignment. Well, I did. I sold 21 bags yesterday. 21 bags. So I can show you what I purchased. I can show you what I have left to sell. We only have like a few people in here, so we're gonna wait around, hang out, and talk. And Maria, nice to see you. Maria, did you have live with Dee Dee Bean? Um, did that get rescheduled again? Because I'm still catching up on videos when I was on vacation. Like, I found a bunch of videos today that I was like, "Oh my gosh, when did that come out? How did I miss that?" Um, so I'm just kind of still in limbo land of catching up with videos. I missed a live yesterday with Dawn and Cami, and then today there was a live with Saya. If you're here, hi Saya. And then I did it. Actually, I think he's busy. He says he's going to be going to meet somebody today. And then I watched a little bit of Super Jacob and fell asleep to Super Jacob yesterday. Marie says I did a couple weeks ago while you were on your cruise. It was so much fun. I want to do more lives. Yay! Well, Maria, you can do one with me. Totally. We time change. Let's schedule one whenever you have some time. Hey, native. Um, the question that you asked about the what bag? Let me show you the bag. So I posted on my Instagram, guys, the brass cleaning I did. So this is the result of the brasso. So this was ratchet. Like this was really like it looked like there was no recovery for this. And I had some before and after photos. It looks really good. Well, thank you, Native. Um, I'm feeling super cute today. I'm in my Disney regalia. Um, so this is the bag, y'all remember. But again, I have so much YouTube to catch up on. The work is crazy busy and I'm in finals. Oh yeah, let's do a live when you're done with finals, Maria. So this is the Rogue tote, right? This is the one I showed you that was super disgusting. I did a clean with me. This has gone through 3 different processes, and this is gonna be the best I can do. Um, that's okay, Craig. Just hang out and listen. This is the best I'm going to be able to do without actually doing a color restoration, guys. Um, so this is a 2018 bag that's been beaten up to heck and back. I am looking at an acrylic finishing product that will put on the inside so it can stop the flaking process that has started on the inside. This is as clean as it's gonna get without using a stronger chemical. I tried to find my Amedex that I got from Saya and I cannot find it to save my life. Like where did I put it? I have no idea. But this is like 3 or 4 different coats of different types of oil. So I did this with neat fit oil. Then I use mink oil. And then yesterday I used, what did I use on this? Oh, I used a different product. It's from a shoe company, guys. Hey Brian. This one duck feet. So this is a natural product. In other words, there's this a non so waterproofing. Duck Feet is a brand of shoe out of Denmark. It's a natural leather shoe company, which is funny because this is a um only made with vegetable extracts and resins, refined with marigold oil. So this is a non-animal byproduct. So I had used the mink oil, which is neat foot oil, which is also an animal byproduct. So a lot of things have gone into this. This is as good as it's going to get without doing something else to the finish. So, and I might have to do either a color restoration on this one. I think it looks fine. I kind of like the beat up look, truthfully. I don't really want to do too much to it because of the way this leather is, but I know on the inside I'll have to use an acrylic finisher and just see and hope for the best because I've never used that product before. But this is how you learn, right? You learn on the $40 repair job versus the $500 other bag, right? Oh, Craig. Hey, Jeanette. Craig, I must tell you, the offer I sent in today worked. So I bought a bag. I had to ask James about it first. Hey everyone. So I had to ask James because I only have so much available funding for my bag hobby and I've maxed out that funding. So in order for me to buy anything else, I have to use um, joint funding, in other words. Other, so I really shouldn't have bought the bag. Like when I say I shouldn't buy the bag, I really mean I should not have bought this bag. But the opportunity rang, and I'm just gonna have to stop looking. He says, Jackie, I don't mind if you buy the bag. And I says, okay, I'm buying the bag. And I says, I put the offer in. So this bag I have been following for like 3 months, probably longer than that. It is an crocodile bag by Ralph Lauren that is on a eBay website store called Linda's Stuff. Now, originally it had listed for $500, and it and we talked back and forth. I asked for some more pictures. It has some flaws in the handle, so the rest of the bag looks great. There's some staining on the inside. The pictures aren't the best. But when I asked for extra pictures of the handles, I realized the handles, yes, I did sell 21 bags yesterday. I'll get there. Um, I knew that this bag needed some repair work. And if you're going to spend several $100s on a bag, most people don't want repair work. It doesn't matter what the material that bag is made out of. We just don't, nobody wants to really want to repair a bag, but I do. So they were offering it to me for like around 250 or something. So I said, hey, look, give it to me for 200. And I put in the comments why. I said, the handles, because I know how bad those handles look. The reason why that bag hasn't sold anyway was because of the handles. Everything else looks great, but the handles is a very minimalistic bag, and there's only one way to carry it. And I said, so they took the offer for $200. I'm like, yes. So when that comes, I will be doing a live unboxing because I'm too excited to get that bag. But okay, so let me tell you what I did yesterday. So yesterday I took a huge amount of bags to Clothes Mentor in San Antonio. And Clothes Mentor will give you pennies for what you spent, but they'll take it. And they can either give you a cash out buyout or a store credit. Okay. So I dropped my stuff there. My sister and I were there. She went shopping. I went shopping. We had a blast. My husband was sitting in the car hiding, but he was with us. So they ended up taking 21 bags I had brought. Now, some of the bags they took, I'm surprised they took. Some of the bags they left behind, I'm not that surprised they left behind. But just three of the bags I gave them essentially was $600. They took over $1,000 worth of bags, and they gave me $165 credit for 21 bags. Peanuts. But guys, I've been trying to sell those bags. I've had them on all the bags I took with me are bags I have shown on my vlog sales or bags that have been on my Mercari or my Poshmark. Everybody has had the opportunity to buy them if they wanted them. Nobody wanted them. I said, give me an offer. I will sell it to you for next to nothing. I've said this many times. Nobody wanted them. So I was going to either go to Clothes Mentor or they were going to go to the Goodwill because I'm like, these have to get out of my house. So a couple of the bags I took, I didn't really want to sell, but I did because I haven't been using them. I've had some of them I had for years and have never used, like 4 or 5 years, because something was wrong with the way it fit on my shoulder. If a bag does not fit on my shoulder, as much as I love the bag, I'm not going to spend my life fighting to keep a bag on my shoulder. And I love a shoulder bag, right? Hey, Monarch. Hey, Linda P. So let me show you the bags I didn't take, and then we'll talk. So any of the bags I'm gonna show you that they didn't take, if you want them for 30 bucks, it can be yours and I'll mail it to you. And that's just the way it is. And then if you don't want them, that's fine. Next, I'll have them in my house for another week, and then these ones will be going, literally will be going to donation somewhere. Um, let me, I'm gonna move out the stuff I purchased because I want to show you that separately. And I, fun, guys. I had fun. So I had a friend who introduced me to Clothes Mentor in Florida. And when she introduced me to Clothes Mentor, she had a lot of credit there. I bought a lot of stuff at Clothes Mentor. My first Ralph Lauren bag I purchased was at Clothes Mentor. Hey, Linda P. And it's just been a love affair ever since. They're all independently owned, but they're kind of an overarching franchise. It's like they all are called Clothes Mentor, but they're all individually owned by a franchisee, right? So let me show you the bags I didn't take. They didn't take this one, which I don't blame them because I keep forgetting I was supposed to clean this one and I never did. This is a patent leather Coach bag. There's some pink staining in here, and there's some pink or a blue pen, super bad blue pen mark in here. And this one is a factory bag. So this is a made for outlet. I don't know if you can see just trust me. Here it is. There's a bad pen mark right there. So they didn't take this one. Hey, Linda S. So this one's up for grabs for 30 bucks. I'll ship it to your house if you want it. If you don't want it, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, guys. This is it. So that one didn't go anywhere. And then this is one of the ones I didn't want to sell, but because it's such beautiful leather, because I love this leather, but it doesn't like my shoulders. It hates my shoulders. Every time I carry this bag, it has a cool outside pocket. It has a zipper. This is a Ralph Lauren leather, brown leather. This is gorgeous. Um, this is gorgeous. Okay, what do I have in here? Maybe I should have counted my bags before I sold them. Oops. What is this? Yeah, whatever. Um, so this is a Ralph Lauren bag, 30 bucks, mailed to your door. I'll pay for shipping. Well, $30 includes shipping, guys. So because shipping is expensive. So honestly, shipping's like 20 bucks, 15 to 20 bucks. So I'm selling these for like essentially $15. How many bags have I missed in sale? You haven't missed one to S. This is the first one. And if you don't want these bags, that's fine. This is a Coach bag made for outlet. This has a light blue, pale blue patent leather. There is a pink mark on the outside, and there's staining on the inside. But this is that Soho collection because of the C's, the type of hardware it has. And then this is a Ralph Lauren shoulder bag. Hey, Melissa, how's it going? I sold 21 bags yesterday for peanuts, but you know what? It was good for karma. It went out of my house. You know. Now this one I'm selling also for 30 bucks. So this is a beautiful vintage Dooney. I love her, but she doesn't like my shoulders. Every time I use her, she falls off my shoulders. And I'm just not worried. I'm not gonna fight with it. So it's a beautiful Dooney setup. Yes. And believe me, I was proud of me too. And I even asked James, like, James, should I keep this? I love the leather. I love this bag. And James is like, Jackie, you like it because it's shiny, but you've never used it. It was a beautiful patent leather, brand new Dooney and Burke tote bag that I sold yesterday. Ooh, I sold a lot of bags yesterday. But this one's up for grabs for 30 bucks if you want this Dooney and Burke bag. And I'll mail it to you. That includes shipping. Now the rest of these are the 3 bags that I wasn't. Actually, they took that other bag too, didn't they? I left a bag in the car or they did take that bag. Oh, no, here it is. Here's the other Ralph Lauren. I love this bag. I love everything about this bag. Well, yeah, the prices are amazingly low because either I'm going to sell them to you guys or I'm going to give them away, literally give them away. And I would give them away to you guys, but $30 is giving them away because it's $20 to mail them. is really $10 for box shipping and me getting it to the post office, let's be honest. Um, so this is leather. I love this bag, but it does not like my shoulders. I really do love this bag, guys. I bought this bag. I bought all these bags, and this is one of the ones I didn't want to get rid of, but my husband was like, "Well, are you going to use it?" I'm like, "I probably won't because every time I grab it, it falls off my shoulders." Hey, everybody, Monica, Melissa. So this one's up for grabs, this Ralph Lauren. Now, the rest of these bags, probably even at $30, are way too much. But so for the price of shipping, I will just send these to you if you want them. This is a polyurethane, pre-loved knockoff. It looks like a certain brand, is not that brand. It's just a bag, right? It was, do I like that tote? I don't like that tote. Um, these are, this is a duffel. This is a duffel bag that I got for free, so I'm just never going to use it. It's going to go. This is a Bagolini bag. Now, this one is actually a nice bag. This one I did buy new. I just never used it for travel. So if you want this one, this is uh, $30 shipped to your door. This is a brown Bagolini. Never used, but I've had it for a long time. And I think everybody's had one of these nylon bags. They're fantastic for travel, which is why I bought it. They're lightweight, has a front pocket, red interior, red orange interior, lots of pockets in here actually. Has a little tote thing in here, a little a pochette. It has all the organizational, lots of card cases. I mean, this is truly meant as a travel bag, and that's why I bought it. And I like how it has the moon shape, so it has a hidey hole up here. It has a back pocket. Like, functionality wise, this bag's pretty cool. So this one's up for grabs. And I think this one's a Dooney and Burke little bag here. It's just a little teeny tiny bag. Um, okay, $30 is too much for this. $20, even with, and I'll mail it to you, guys. I'll mail it to you. Oh, cute bag. It's just too small for me. This one's just too small. And let's see. This is a Land's End bag. I love this bag. It's seen better days. There's nothing wrong with it. I've actually used this. It's an LL Bean, not Land's End. LL Bean canvas bag. I love my Lululemon belt bag, but I have too many. Yeah, I know, right? Um, when you buy one, you buy three, right? So this is just a canvas bag in navy, LL Bean. This is a very pretty bag. It's meant to look faded and washed out. This is actually the way it's supposed to look. It's not age or sun damage. That is the way it looks. And I have one more bag in here. This is just a little travel bag, little nylon travel bag. Nothing. This is just going to go to the Goodwill, guys. Nobody wants to buy this bag. I'm actually surprised I bought this bag. I bought this bag. I bought it, and I got it. I'm like, why did I buy that? So this duffel bag, this nylon bag. If you want the duffel bag with the nylon bag, I'll give it to you. Just tell me. Pay for shipping on that one. Just pay for shipping. You know. So if these are the bags I have for sale, if you don't want them, you will not offend me. Nobody. Um, I will either give them away or sell them or donate them. They're not doing much here, but they're gonna have to find a new home somehow. Find a new home. The only ones I was kind of sad about was this one, and they didn't want this one. They took some really interesting bags. Like, I had a Mark by Marc Jacobs bag that was leather, but it had a really bad ink stain on the inside. They took that one. But this one, the Ralph Lauren bag, they didn't want this one. And I'm like, y'all, really? This one? I mean, Close Mentor, they sell bags in there for like $6 or $7 sometimes. They didn't even want that to sell it for $6 or $7, you know? And then, of course, I love this one, Made in America, but it doesn't like my shoulders. So that's all the bags I have left that I took to sell. And that's it. And that's probably the last time I talk about those. And they went in, I had this giant bag full of bags and another giant thing full of bags. So that's it. They're gone. And either I'll sell them, list them. I probably won't list them, to be honest. I couldn't sell them before. I'm not going to sell them now. If you guys don't want them, then they're definitely just going to be going. Um, I probably will give them away to people I know, whatever. Um, yeah, right. Me and my sister, when I twin. Um, Now let me show you what I purchased. So with selling 21 bags, I spent $206 is what I spent in the store, and it was all store credit. So I bought a Coach bag for $100. I bought a hat for $10. I bought a shirt for my sister, $10. I bought a dress for $15. I bought another dress for $12. I got a necklace for $8 and a shirt for my sister for $8, and I got my sister a bag for $40. So I said, Jenny, I have enough credit. Let me just buy your stuff. And she's like, okay, because here's the thing about Clothes Mentor. This is what I learned the hard way. My friend in Florida had a store credit. So each individual store is franchised. So when you take your stuff to sell there, it's good at that store. The credit is good at that store. Cash offer is cash offer. Hey, Nora. Um, so with a cash offer, you can just take the money and run. It's a lot less. They give you more if you take a credit. So as I said, it was $165 for the 21 bags, or it was $200 or something with a store credit. I said, take store credit because I knew I was going to get this bag for $100. So this is a Coach bag. It's been worn. It's not brand new. It looks great, but it's not brand new, guys. And I have this. This is the kit Coach bag. I have this in white, different patches on it, but this one had Goofy. We love Goofy. The other one I have, what patches on there, James? He's gonna bring it over. And James is like, don't you have that bag? I'm like, yes, I do in white. So he's like, I knew you had that bag. I'm like, I don't even like the kit bag, guys. I don't even like the kit bag. But it I love Disney that much. This one has Donald. So this one I bought at one of their warehouse sales, Goofy and Donald, Walt Disney. So this one I already owned. You know, I have a stain on there. I need to get that off. And then this is the one I bought yesterday. So I have Minnie and Goofy, and I have Walt Disney World patches. So this is what I bought yesterday, and this bag was $100. Now this one, when I bought this one brand new warehouse sale, was $135. So $100 for this. Not the best deal, not a bad deal. I mean, it's still a used bag. This one actually has some wear on it, but it has a front pocket. It's a very cute bag. I'm not gonna lie, but the kit bag is tiny. This is why I don't have very many of these. Although somehow I own 3 of them now. I have James, can you put this where you got these? Put them both up there. And then the other thing I purchased was this dress. I think I had this dress before, and I think I had it in raspberry. I don't think I had it in this blue color, and I just had to get in the blue color. James, did I have this in blue or did I have it in raspberry? He don't remember. I don't know why I asked him. Hey Latina. So this is the blue dress I got. Super soft. It's a shorter dress. I normally don't wear short dresses. Um, and nobody will be surprised at this t-shirt, guys. Nobody. I'll probably wear this tomorrow, to be honest. Um, Mickey, Mickey. Yeah, and on the arm down here, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Look, James. I got this shirt. Mickey. And then I got this dress. Now, this is a long dress, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this dress because I have a lot of dresses. I have a lot of dresses. This really pretty soft. This is a brand called Zena, which I don't know about, but I tried it on. It looked fine. So I got 2 shirts or 2 dresses, 1 shirt, 1 bag. I got a hat and a necklace. Let me show you the hat and the necklace. So this is my hat. Let me get this. This is actually my school, guys. I went to university at University of Texas at San Antonio, and our mascot is the Roadrunners, and that is my hat. And to get this hat for $10, this is a actual sponsored, and you get the tag off. Um, s- yeah, and then I got this necklace. Um, I just bought this necklace for $8. It's just some pretty beads. They're just faux, not real anything, but I can wear it. It looks pretty. I like it. So that's what I did yesterday with my sister, and I bought her some stuff. So I gave my sister a Portland leather goods item, and she is now in love. I'm like, great. Now she loves, oh, I had this on. This is actually not a long necklace. It is a short necklace that, oh, interesting. This is Ann Taylor's Loft necklace, actually. It's supposed to be like this. It was just strung up wrong, and I didn't notice it. It's fine. It fit either way. So it's supposed to go like this, the way it closes. So you could wear it long. I mean, you could honestly just wear it long. It's fine. No one's gonna know. But anyway, this is from Ann Taylor's Loft, and it's just costume jewelry. Nothing fancy. Gold tone. I need to add a hoop to that. That will work better. But I just pulled it off the rack. I really didn't look at it. It was last minute. It was right there by the checkout, and I thought it was pretty, and I'll wear it. So anyhow, that's what I did with my sister, and I got this really awesome hat, which I love because I love hats, guys. It's a thing. These hats normally sell for $25 to $30. They're a little bit more if they're different brands. This is just an off-brand, but it's still sold through the university, guys. Most of the stuff is. Um, so there. It's like never used. It was probably one of those give a gift to the alumni or something, and they just got rid of it because they had a few of these hats. So I in total spent $200 of money I didn't have uh, for things I already bought, and win-win. So what I was telling you is my friend in Florida, when she did her consignment with the store she goes to, the store she went to, they gave everybody a 3-day notice that they were closing their store. And she went there on her 3-day notice. Almost everything had been boxed up to go to their sister store in another state. So this store was owned by the son, the parents of the other one. The son's store was closing. The people who were there who had already sold stuff and got credit didn't know. So she went there and she got swindled essentially out of $300 because there wasn't anything she wanted, and she had already um you couldn't get your money out. So hello, Has I have no idea how to say your name, Hasina. Um $10 was a good deal. Oh yeah, totally. You're welcome. Jackie sold some of her bags and opted for store credit rather than cash. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Is I just got Clothes Mentor sold some stuff for pennies. Like I took them $1,000 worth of bags. They gave me $200 to store credit, but that's fine. It's like they needed to leave my house. I was trying to sell them. Um, they were expensive bags. There was a couple bags in there that were just completely brand new. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if they were brand new. It didn't matter if they were expensive. I had them for years and years and years, and they were just in my home. And I have a lot of bags, and I had given away all the ones that other people wanted. Like my sister didn't want any of them. My other friends didn't care about them. I'd listed them on my all my selling sites. Nobody wanted them, and that kind of hurts your feelings a little bit when you have something you love and nobody else loves. So this way, I pass on the good deal. I just send it to somebody else and sell it to them, and they have 21 bags to add to their inventory. And I had a great time with my sister, and I got her a Portland leather goods bag. So I gave her the little taco pouch I got from Melissa's Corner, and Jennifer's like, I love this product. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, I love Portland leather goods. I love the way it smells. I love the color. I love how lightweight it is. I love everything about it. I'm like, what? All the bags I have, and you love Portland leather goods. And she goes, yes, I love this. I'm like, okay, so we're at the store. I'm like, Jen, you know what this is? And she's like, I didn't want to touch it. I'm like, Jennifer, this is a Portland leather goods bag in a boysenberry color. It was either orchid or boysenberry, but it's a color that's not normally on their regular listings. Is a color that only comes in their mystery box. And I said, Jen, this is a unicorn. You need this bag. Um, Linda S., I do believe you don't own any PLG because it's not really, my sister's a school teacher. She likes that craft look, and I view Portland Leather Goods as a craft look bag. It looks like it went at a craft market. It looks handmade in the most flattering way I can say that. It doesn't, the finishing details aren't enough for me, but they are enough for my twin. She thinks they're great. So I'm like, you have to love them. So I got her first Portland Leather Goods bag, and I also now know what I'm getting her for Christmas because it's pretty dang obvious that she loves. There's this one bag she wants, and I'll probably end up buying it for her. And I have a couple Portland Leather Good totes I'm going to give her anyway. To find anything my twin loves, it's like, yes, it has the Tory Burch. I sold the Tory Burch to Close Mentor for pennies. Pennies. That one bag by itself, I spent for 135. That was the second Tory Burch I had. So the first Tory Burch I had, the green one, that sold already. That sold on Vestiaire Collective, but I had a second Tory Burch bag that I never showed you guys. It was on one of my selling sites. It was on my Mercari site, but nobody wanted it there. So I sold it. It's gone. I only have one bag left from PLG. I bought back early pandemic, and they started hyping social. Yeah. So yeah, well, it's not so bad. I'm happy they're out of my life. I probably never own another Tory Burch, to be honest. I've had 3 of them. The soft Fleming. I had a jacquard little pochette kind of shoulder bag. I had this other little bag. Actually, I had 4. The first Tory Burch bag I ever bought was a tote. Sold that one too. So the Tory Burch bags, I like the way they look. I just don't like the way they function. They're just either they're I like the fussier bags, I guess, but when I use them, they don't like me. Melissa says, "Hey y'all, I'm Melissa. I finally caught a live. Never heard of Close Mentor. How is that possible? I'm about 40 miles south of Dallas. Nice. There is one near you. There's one up in Arlington, Melissa. Close Mentor is a consignment place. My sister loves it because my sister is a Goodwill shopper. So the Close Mentor prices on clothing is just a little bit more expensive than Goodwill, but better quality. And my sister goes there to buy clothes. Her clothes comes out of Goodwill and Clothes Mentor. Her kids' clothes come out of, Target. She has two kiddos, and they grow like little weeds. I mean, they're just like you turn around, they have to have new clothes because they keep getting bigger. They get taller. They just keep getting taller. Their dad's very tall. We're short, but our dad was tall. So her kiddos have the tall gene, and they keep going. Yeah, I love Goodwill too, but it's a slog to go through Goodwill. But my sister is a hunter. She loves to go look for stuff. She's the one who found that Mickey Mouse shirt for me. She's the one who's like, Jackie, you must have this. I've never heard of it either until Jackie brought it up. Yeah, it's so there's one that Scottalicious the Fabulous, he talks about a lot. He's a Canadian YouTuber. He talks about Plato's Closet. That's one of the places he goes to. Plato's Closet tends to be more youthful, younger, tween sizes, but Clothes Mentor will have plus size adult sizes. It's only women's clothing. It's not men's clothing at all. So if you want jeans, shoes, and they have online sales too. So they have so I've bought stuff from Clothes Mentor online through Northern Hills up in Texas, South Carolina, Florida, like just anyway. Lynn, oh, playing games with my parents, answer your dang text messages. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see them. Did I? My phone's on airplane mode. Sorry, Lynn. Um, thank you for the super chat, the tip. Thank you for the tip. I was just thinking about you yesterday, Lynn, because we went down to San Antonio yesterday, and oh my Lord Jesus, it was Fiesta. Y'all, Fiesta is a festival that happens every year, and did I remember? No, no. The traffic was mayhem. Mayhem. You are missing out on the Kickstarter. I'll tell James. James, check your messages. Lynn sent something. Um, Hey Maria, La Contessa. So anyway, I had a really good day. I went through three different bins. Actually, I went through almost all my bins. I went to town. I cleaned bags. I conditioned bags. When I was listening to Super Jacob on her his Saturday live, I was working over here cleaning up bags. And let me show you um one of the ones here. These two. So this one we all know and love. This is the Winnie BLV, an Ed Braun bag. I stuffed her up, and I put another coating of conditioner on here. This is probably like the third or fourth coating of conditioner. I've been using a darkening oil on this to get this more even, because she used a shoe cream on this, which is fine, but it was a little patchy on the front, so I've been adding more and more conditioner. This thing is so awesome. I know Scottish Fabulous is, oh, he's so cool. His thrift finds, he's like the world's best thrift finder. He's a huge Coach person, and he finds some of the best stuff. His Rogue collection for Scott is just like, whoa. I love his stuff. Love him. Um, yeah. So thank you, Jeanette. So this is the one from Winnie BLV. I love this bag, guys. I will never get rid of it. I love this bag. She hates this bag. I love this bag. Um, this one is a thrifted. Oh, you can see how some of the oil didn't absorb in because I let it sit overnight, and then you just take this and you buff it out. Whatever didn't soak up. Yeah. And this is my Burrow bag. This bag is one of the best things I have purchased, guys. I cannot believe I got this for like $35. Like Saya can get some really dang good deals, but this one I had been watching and watching, and I got it for $30 plus tax and shipping. So it was probably around, 45, shipping expensive. Cosmetics says, will you ever have like a handbag collection video within a D? I've done a clean and declutter um on the live. I've done some collection videos. I need to start working on more collection videos because they're all outdated anyway. Um, so this is my Burrow bag. And this is, a 10-year-old bag. There's some corner wear. They're all going to have corner wear because they have these sharp corners. But I just put a darkening um conditioner on it and it looks great. There's a stain here. There's something on here, but I don't want it's like a paint, but I don't want to actually pry it off because I don't want to or dig into the leather, guys. Uh, I ordered the Gray Bandit from Macy's, and apparently DoorDash delivered it, just not to my house. DoorDash delivered a Bandit bag from Macy's. It's only like a $600 bag. Oh my goodness, Nora. That's like a nightmare story. I'm a big mama bag kind of gal, so I love a big bag. Yes, Melissa. I do all the sizes. I tend to prefer medium. I use a big tote and a mini bag a lot, but I like a medium bag. I am from Miss Oh, that's really neat, Jeanette. So you're in the area where Scottalicious actually shops. That's really neat. Canada's too cold for me, guys. Even in the summer, I think Canada's too cold. So I cleaned up this bag yesterday. I cleaned up this bag yesterday. This one is the one that I've shown you before. This one was really beat up. This is a Florentine leather. This has had maybe 4 coats of conditioner put onto it, and another conditioning coat went on it yesterday. And you just have to buff them up. I was upset. I thought DoorDash delivered meals. I didn't know DoorDash did anything other than food. Um, so I cleaned this one. I moved things around. I cleaned some other bags, and I pulled out some bags to use because I wanted to go through my bins. There was a few bags I needed to rotate out and get some air around them and not have them live live in a bin. So let me show you the bag I used today. Um, Texas girls don't tell. Yeah, we don't do cold well. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You give me 90-degree weather with air conditioning all day long, but 50-degree weather with a heater, and I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, 70-degree weather, and I'm in a sweater. You know, so this is the bag I'm using today. This is one of the best bags you've ever never seen, probably. This is called the Dooney and Burke Smith bag. I love this bag. This is part of the bags I sold. I traded to get this out of my friend's private collection because there was no way I was going to pry this out of her hands for money. Money wasn't going to do it, guys. I had a bag she wanted more. And with the bag she wanted more, she gave me like 5 bags. I can't buy this bag. You can't find this bag. You can find the Smith bag. You can't find this color. There's about 10 of these maybe on eBay. There's a few of them on Mercari. There's a few of them on Poshmark. But this is the Smith bag, and to me, it's the best bag Disney ever made. Currently, they have some Smith bags new on QVC, but that's the only place you can get them that new. Otherwise, they're all pre-loved. So this is the Smith bag. It's like the classic satchel, but instead of having it's a shoulder strap. This is a heavy bag. This is a very heavy bag, empty, but it has a back pocket. It fits my Kindle perfectly. It's my Kindle. And then it has a front pocket right here. This flips right up, front pocket. And this bag's awesome. So I have this one in pebbled leather. And if there's one, there should be 2, right? And I have her in a blue Florentine, teal Florentine, really. This is a teal Florentine leather. So these are 2. I got this bag, these 2 Smiths bag. I got a Courtney sack bag, and I got 2 other, I think a free bag because she wasn't going to deal with it. This one needs color correction. You can see the color change. This is supposed to be teal, but this has sun damage on it. This is stored improperly, so you can see where it's gray and faded and blue. So it's supposed to be blue, and it's not. So this bag, either I'm going to keep it rugged like this and have it just enjoy the color of gray and blue, or I'm going to do a color correction on this and just see if I can do a leather dyeing. I just don't know how. Stuff them and put them way up on display. Yeah. I want a Florentine leather oh yeah, I love Florentine leather. Florentine leather is my favorite Dooney. I think they look better with age. This is an older Florentine leather, so it's this. I think they get better with age. You can buy them brand new, but I like them actually 10 years old. That's for me the sweet spot of the Florentine. About 10 years, and they're soft and they're relaxed and they have characters. They get little wrinkles in them, and I like that. So this is a project. See the blue? This is a project bag. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be brave enough to try to dye this or not. But I will try on this first before I try on any of my other bags, because this is a large satchel. These sell for $500 if I want a new one. I don't want to spend $500 on a new one. You can get them on I Love Dooney for around $250. You can get them pre-loved for around $150, $200. But brand new, I haven't really seen them under $200, guys. Not for the large satchel. I try to buy pre-love. Yeah, I try to buy only pre-love too, because I don't have one bag. I have 300. And when you have 300, you just don't buy. I don't have any problem with people buying one bag and just loving one bag, buying one for $500 and just using that bag. That's great, but that's not me. I'm not that human. I'm the human that wants to have 5 bags. So even though I love expensive bags, I mean, I love expensive bags. I love Celine. I love, if you guys watched Caleb's video today, I was tickled because he showed his Celine boogie bag. Well, that's like a $200 pre-love bag. You can buy them right now for around $200. But he was talking about the East-West bag, but then every bag he showed about the new trends were like $2,500. I'm like, no. No, I don't have $2,500 for that really cool bag. Now the boogie bag for 200, I can get I can get behind, you know, but not the $2,500. Now they were gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, they were gorgeous, and I'm all for the East West look. I just don't have that budget. That's not my budget. Um, you have the Coach Willow camera. Let me put these over there. So I went through all of my bins and I pulled out a bunch of my totes and my bags and I just sacrificed 30 bags. They had to go. 21 sold, and I have about 10 more that need to find a new home. I'll find them home somewhere, somehow. So, how's everybody else doing? What bags are you guys looking at? Are you looking at bags? Hey, James, could you give me a drink, please? Iced tea or. Yeah, so it was I mean, I gave them away. I mean, I sold 21 bags for essentially $200 in credit. It was not like an advantageous deal, but honestly, at some point, it was worth emotionally. Yeah, I'd love some tea. Tea. Mm, with ice. Mm, Um, anyhow, oh, Craig's back. Hello, hello. 30. Oh, please thumb up the live, guys. Thumb up the live. Winnie B influenced me. I bought the bag she featured yesterday on Naomi's Crafts. That 22. Oh my gosh, that 22. Okay, so how do I say your name, SD? Because KTEREB SD is hard to just roll off the tongue because I'm just be calling you SD at this point. Um, so it's not. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't know what to call you. Um, so yeah, no, I love that 22 bag. I wanted that bag when I first saw it and I was talking to Winnie about it. Um, oh yeah, so Craig's driving, but he's here. He's listening, guys. He's been off doing errands today. I looked at your Poshmark and Macari, you didn't have listings. Oh, because I took everything down. Everything went down yesterday. The only thing I have left is on Poshmark is one bag. I have one 1941 I think it's called the Emery. It's somewhere over here. I only have one bag left. I took everything down. Yeah. Oh, gee, you got the 22 also? Gee, didn't you buy the Higginbotham? Didn't you buy the garden party? Because I want the garden party. I want the 22, but guys, I'm waiting for her silk. So we're talking about Naomi handcrafted, guys. So today or yesterday, Winnie and Totes Jean and John Loves Couture and James Jam all did a collab. I'm like, why did I get in that collab? Like, whatever. I guess I missed that. They're on the same texting thread. I'm not in their texting thread. So I wasn't in there. Oh, Linda S bought the garden party. Yes. Okay. I knew somebody did. I want to, but I'm supposed to buy any bags right now. Well, Linda, you're moving. You bought a house. And you're moving with 4 cats. And nothing like moving to show you how many bags you already own. It's daunting. I still don't think I have 300 bags, and we know I probably have more than that. Let's be super real. If I sat down and counted them all, which I refuse to do, um, it's Katie. Okay, Katie. Yes. Um, Reb is the first 3 letters of my last name, followed by IG under my real name, San Diego. Okay, Katie. Katie, I'm calling you Katie. Um, so I'm from Ottawa. This is Jeanette. Oh, you're from is San Diego. Oh, nice. You live in the land of the very, very expensive housing, one of the most expensive cities in the United States. No, I didn't buy the garden party. David from David's Closet has a garden party collab with Caleb too. Oh, collab too. So he bought okay. So D who bought them. It was Linda S who bought the garden party. Not you. I got that confused. Oops. Um, so wow, Linda, congrats on a house. Yeah, she's moving. Yeah. And she's moving to a state I might be visiting next year, guys. Hmm or close to it. So Naomi Handcrafted. So I've done a collab with her, and I have maybe another item coming. So one of the thing I bought from her, I didn't like it because it was too small. But my twin sister loved it. So there she got another free bag. Yeah, she did. She got it. I was gonna give it to my niece, and my sister says, "Well, I love that bag." I'm like, "Okay, Jen, here's the bag. I don't know if she'll ever use it. It's tiny, but it has a tiger on it, and she loves it. Her husband is Year of the Tiger, so there we go." you know, please come visit. I think I might be next year, not this year, but next year. Uh, we're planning on going to Virginia in 2026. So anybody around that state, because I'll be driving there, we'll come. We'll try and do something. Try to visit. Um, thank you, sir. Thank you for cutting the lawn. You look like the lawn fought back. And I have a brewmate. This is a brewmate. These are really cool cups. They don't spill. Once you close them, you can literally tilt them and nothing comes out. Like you can do that. That's what they're known for. They're known to not spill proof. And here you go. But they're heavy. I actually really like there's another cup that James is using. That cup I like more. That's I think that's Yukon. Is that Yukon?
No. Yes, it is.
Yukon. It's a really good. Yeah, it does. It has a straw. Well, it does up here, but you have to take away this. That's how come there's a little, it's a silicone or a thing. I don't know how it works. I never use straws, but you can just use the straw here if you wanted. I actually drink, I don't really like straws. Maria says she has a brewmate and she loves it. And I determined I'm determined to meet you and Dee Dee one day. Nora, where are you? Wait, Nora, where are you? What's if you're around the corner from us, you're somewhere here in Texas, right? I mean, as long as it's not El Paso, I could probably drive to you or far. Far is far, far away. That's a joke. Or let's say, even if you're in Brownsville, that's maybe too far away. But if you're anywhere within, a couple hundred miles of the Austin area, I could find you. Um, LaPorte, Texas. James, how far away is LaPorte? I think I know where that is. I'll have to Google that. I will find you, Nora. I think I know where that is. I don't think I've been there. James is Googling it. I have a Bucky's cup. I love Bucky's cup. So I like the Yukon. I buy all the double wall stainless steel cups for iced tea, water, soda, but for hot tea, I don't drink them. I don't have a Stanley, but I do have a hydro flask. The hydro flask is okay. The I had a Stanley pre-craze because it was camping gear, guys. Stanley's been a camping gear forever and ever. Small town of 30K. Nora, my town's smaller. Mm-hmm. LaPorte. Uh-huh. Where is it? Houston? Is that Houston? It's the suburb of Houston. Where is it from Galveston? And between
North.
where is it compared to Sugarland?
It's right next to Baytown.
Right next to Baytown. Nora, we were right next to your hood. We literally would. We were really near you. Um, we
Pasadena.
we were in Pasadena. Seriously, like 3 weeks ago, we were in Pasadena. So Nora, we will get together. We're going to be going out to Louisiana in a couple weeks at the end of the month. If we can, We'll swing down and see you. That's a quick visit, but no, Nora, we will meet up. You know, you're only 3 hours away from me. We will find a way. I will come visit. We want to go back to Galveston to go to this really cool. We went to this really awesome restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. It was a Creole kitchen or something. It was really good right off of the shore next to really near the what's it called? Paradise Pleasure Pleasure Pier. It's some stupid thing. Anyway, Nora, we'll make it work. James, she's from Pasadena. Well, okay, so we might be going back to Pasadena because we want to go back to NASA, which is right over there. Our friend was at the Coast Guard base over there, so we went to Pasadena 3 weeks ago, and to go see him. So we were just in Pasadena for the weekend. Um, I'm in Montgomery all the time, Nora. Wait a minute, Montgomery? Where's Montgomery, Melissa? My dad had a Stanley thermos back in the I know Stanley has been around for a long time. Stanley is the OG in camping gear. How Stanley has had this resurgence of the cup, I think it's funny. I'm like, "Stanley? You mean the stuff my grandparents used and we didn't want? That Stanley?" It's like, yeah. I was actually when Melissa says my parents are like Conroe, nice. Yeah, way to go. See, so I wanted to move to Houston because that's where gas and oil is like gas and oil, but Houston is so humid, guys, so humid. Like, no, don't wanna. So we work in Austin. I work for a state agency in Austin, but I don't live in Austin because nobody can afford to live in Austin. Okay, somebody does. A lot of somebody's afford to live in Austin, but not me. My husband still has a Stanley Thermos D. Yeah, I know. All right, Stanley camping gear, guys. It's like it's the thing. And so when we had the stainless steel craze, when the Yeti came out and they were $45 when they still held the patent, and they let their patent lapse, so then everybody got a hold of the patent. Now everybody makes the vacuum sealed double walled stainless steel cups. Um, I got my friend a Stanley. I mean, it wasn't the 45 Stanley. It was like, a regular Stanley cup for coffee, a 24 ounce, something like that. And I said, I'm so sorry I couldn't buy you a Yeti. I couldn't afford a Yeti. And she was like, oh no, we love the Stanley cup. We love camping. This is great. And then 2, 3 years later, Stanley is like the new big thing. I'm like, really? Okay. Um, that's why my that's why we live here, refinery and chemical plants, bread and butter. Yeah, yeah, Nora. Yeah, because I worked in gas and oil for like 11 years. Um, but now I work not in gas and oil. So have a blessed Sunday, everyone. Person turquoise waving. Buy cosmetic. Um, so I'm having a fun weekend. I had a really good weekend yesterday. We went down hang out with my sister. We went and had a really good lunch. We came home and took a nap and just kind of hung around. Had pizza. The weather was crazy nuts. We had a huge thunderstorm out here. Weather dropped 10 degrees. My back hurt, so that wasn't good. But then today, I woke up. I went to church, which I haven't been to church in like a month. So I was like, yay! And Sunday school and I had like 3 cups of coffee, so happy. It's the little things. I know that if I wake up on Sunday and go to church, they have coffee. It's like they have coffee at the office. Well, at church. I'm going to church, they have coffee. So I went and had coffee, listened to the word. We had a baptism, which is always fun. And then just hung out. And then I came home and James was up and then we went out and had lunch. We took Watson on a car trip. We just went and had Panda Express car picnic because we had Watson with us, and then we stopped by the Target, and James got me some popcorn because I love Target popcorn. Not every Target has a popcorn concession, but the ones that do are like gold. I'm like, yes, popcorn. And so we got some groceries, or James got groceries. I stayed outside with the dog. Uh, yeah, my sister is practically your coworker. She's an auditor for the state. Oh, that's cool, Nora. Yeah, another state agency employee. You know, I almost went and worked for the oh, what's it called? Gas and Oil Commission, but it's not called that. Um, but I got out of the gas and oil industry specifically, not by choice, just because by happenstance, I went back to a different career field, and now I'm kind of pigeonholed. And it was so funny. Somebody asked, like, "Do you guys have career conversations?" Like, what career conversations? We're so completely what's the word? Specialized. There is no upward mobility. There is only a nice steady plateau. But it's nice steady plateau is fine by me, guys. It means I'm employed. Um, life is good. State employees don't make a lot of money, but we have excellent benefits if you make it to retirement. I have so many friends who work for the state that are counting the days, hours, years, months to retirement because they're burned out. We have a lot of responsibility, not enough employees, and that's just the way it is. All the agencies. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. All of my friends. I had a friend who was in Health and Human Services. She was doing social working. She burned out so bad that she was happier working for DoorDash. She literally is working for DoorDash, and she's happier working for DoorDash than being a social worker because it was so soul draining. The workload was not realistic at all. Um, Her spouse, she works as a manager of a storage unit, and they're much happier. So her wife works as a storage unit, and she works as a DoorDash delivery person, and she's way happier. Of course, they live in San Antonio, which is a much bigger market. It's like it's a big city, guys. Big city. Yeah, it's every state native, every state. But then Texas, we're a huge state. We have a lot of funding, but employee allocation is legislative driven. And I'm not even joking. You have to have an act of legislation to increase the amount of people working in state agencies. And so if you have it's crazy, and this Texas legislation only goes in session every 2 years. So every 2 years is the only time you can get an allocation of new employees because funding had to be put aside, benefits have to be put aside. It's crazy, guys. Social work is tough, mentally, emotionally, it's rough. Yeah, I wanted to be a social worker, Maria, and because I love, but my kind-hearted nature, I would shrivel up and die. I know that. I can't even volunteer at a dog shelter because I would just shrivel up and die. There's no way I could do social working and survive. I couldn't. Maybe if I was only doing paperwork, but there's no way I could deal with meeting people and kiddos, and no, no. Social worker teachers are underpaid. Oh, absolutely. Ravi, Jackie, I'm behind in the lives, but I will buy the tan and navy Dooney that year. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, $30. Yeah, it's yours. Let me write that down. Email me or Instagram me. Let me write this down. It is a gorgeous bag. It is all yours. Um, Ravi, Kaur, and I'm gonna say vintage Dooney. And if you're cool with PayPal, that's the easiest for me. And I'll get that out in the mail probably this week, but I'll let you know. I'll send if you do Instagram or email, I'll send you tracking. So what did I miss? I missed something. Do, do, do. There we go. Did miss something. Yep. Empty totally. Hey, Apple Blonde. Same here. Hats off to those who can do that work. And nursing. In any medical, I couldn't work in a medical facility to save my life. I can't. I can't. Um, Monarch says, yes, MT. I had a friend that was a social worker, and it was awful how they're treated. The social workers, the people in the system, you're almost treated like the enemy when what you're doing is trying to help. It's really because nobody. I mean, let's be honest. When you're in most social working cases, you're dealing with children, and you're telling people that you have to do XYZ because of this, and people don't like being told what to do, whether they're right or wrong. You know, it's a hard job. I decided against social work after college. I went to work for Xerox making copies instead for 32 years later. I'm still there. Yes, Katie. Yes. I know, right? Because I was going to do social working when I was in my master's degree, and part of my work was, well, I originally started in urban regional planning, and part of going into that planning area is social working courses. Um, and they were trying to recruit people to social work. And I'm not gonna lie, social worker makes more money than I do. Teachers make more money than I do. I am not paid well. I just love my job. Um, but and I almost did it because it's just the human in me wants to help, and especially kids. But what I've learned the older I've gotten, people do horrible things to people they love, especially and children are um helpless essentially. We're supposed to protect them, and we do a pretty bad job of it. So um after my friends who are CASA um representatives. So CASA representatives, I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but they are advocates for children within the system. So they're given a representative because social workers are so overworked that they'll get, if they have them, they'll get a caseload to a CASA volunteer, and they're there to help the welfare of the kids, and they talk to the legal system on behalf of the kids. So you have to go to court dates. There's all kinds of stuff that gets involved. So after talking to my friends who are CASA volunteers, I'm like, okay, no, not for me. No, bleeding heart Jackie can't do this. And then my other friends are adopted, they're foster parents who have adopted children and they still foster because there's so much need for fostering and adopted parents. Because just like you don't know why people sell things, people lose parents, people lose custody of their children, things happen. Family people accidents happen and sometimes kids are left without parents and there's no custodian. And so I wanted to be a foster parent, but honestly, I'll probably never do it. Yeah, it takes a special person to be a social worker. Yeah, so true. People don't under it's unthinkable things to children. Yeah, they do. They do. I've read enough reports. I listen to enough true crime, and these are crimes, and a lot of the perpetrators are parents. They're parents. You know, they're people close to the family. They're uncles, their aunts, their mom, dad, stepdad. Things happen to kids, and I'm like, I cannot. So Dee says, I was lucky. The hospital I worked for has a separate hospital for kids. I never worked with kids, so for me, it wasn't awful doing medical. But even with medical, Dee, um, you get compassion fatigue as a caregiver, as a medical person. Caregivers in general get compassion fatigue. I think, is honestly for me, any type of social work, medical work is God's work because you're caring for people and some days you're having a bad day, but your job as a caregiver. Your job is to take care of people who are ill, who are not at their best, who are sick and not well. Having spent a lot of time in a hospital, I love the hospital because it saved my life, but I have absolute anxiety. I do not want to walk in them. I don't want to go to them. I don't even want to go into a skilled nursing facility. I don't want to go into a nursing home, which is currently where my mother-in-law is, because I had to stay in those facilities and it brings back a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of helplessness, being stuck in a bed for 3 months, not being able to move, being non-weight bearing, in pain and on morphine. So, yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't. So, people who do medical work, it's just like nursing, y'all amazing, amazing. I was X-ray for 16 years. For me, the patients were the best part. X-ray to me, X-ray for me is the most terrifying thing. I had a broken pelvis. I've shattered my pelvic bowl and broke my sacrum, and they were putting me on X-ray tables. The most painful part of my experience was not being hit by a car. It was being put on X-ray tables. I still have issues with getting X-rays today, and I'm not in pain anymore, But when your entire pelvic bowl is shattered, pretty much, it was a bad experience. So I have a lot of empathy for X-rays, and I look at people. Do I have to get an X-ray? I really don't want an X-ray. It doesn't hurt unless you have broken bones. Then it hurts a lot. Um, and even the CT scan and even the MRIs were not as bad as that table. Yeah, the table. Oh my gosh. It was 3 months of non-weight bearing, 2 months of physical therapy, and 2 years of pain after. It took 2 years for the numbness in my right leg to go away. It was 2 years of chronic pain. And then I still am in pain, and it's been since 2012. It just comes and goes. I have 2 screws in my sacrum. Your sacrum is your stabilizing bone for your pelvic, um, your hips essentially. And they're in there. They're never gonna come out. And atmospheric pressure changes are hell. And I have disc issues anyway. I have neck disc issues and base of my spine issues, bulging disc issues. I mean, in general, my spine is doing great. It's honestly the sacrum that is the problem. Um, the same thing happened to my aunt in a terrible car wreck. Yeah, I was T-boned, Melissa. I was T-boned. I was in a smart car and I got T-boned by an F-250. And yeah, I'm lucky to be alive. Literally lucky to be alive. Um, yeah, you just cry. You just cry. I learned that with pain, you just have to live with pain. There is no such thing as an absence of pain. Even with morphine, it's just you're able to ignore it. It doesn't mean it's gone. It just means you're able to tolerate it. You're looking for a pain level that's tolerable. If you're looking for pain medication to make pain go away, you'll never find it. it will never happen. Like, I'm in a level of pain pretty much all the time, so I have just modified my entire life, and my pain levels is not nowhere near other people's. Like, I don't have spinal fusion, guys. That's one of the things I'm trying to avoid. Um, I don't have, because once you've done things to the discs in your back, there's no going back. All your nerves run through your spine, all your nerves run through your pelvic area. It's a bad place to have an accident. It's bad. And I'm just lucky to walk. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to. I've always been overweight. I'm diabetic. I had all these issues. I had a huge wound. It was not fun. Like, I almost died many, many times. Like, I don't want to bring everybody's mood down, but um, believe me, this is why I tell people I love you a lot. A lot, a lot. Because you never know when time's up. So I want to make sure everybody in my life knows I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. For those who are listening, I love you. Like, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and talk and chat and hanging out and spending your Sunday with me. I value your time because time is the most valuable thing we have. You know, you can't get it back. Nurses have an impact on your hospital stay. All of the nurses were awesome. With my cancer scare and operations, you are helpless, and the nurses make everything so much better for me. I love nurses. I love nurses more than doctors. I do. Y- Hello, hello, Hetty. Monica, Jackie, you've been through so much. I'm happy. Oh, I've had so many surgeries, guys. I can't even tell you. Um, I can't. We've lost count. We've lost. I had broken ribs. Didn't even know I had broken ribs. All kinds of stuff. Nora, when I had bulging disc in my neck, I was in a lot of pain for weeks. If my pain level was a 4, I was so, I would say, hallelujah, I think I can live with that. The swelling came down on the 10th week. Yes, Nora, it takes time. It just takes so much time. Tension holds in your body. You don't even know you're in pain till you're out of pain. It's just like, you just have to learn with pain. Learn to live with pain. That's all it is. Healing is harder when you're diabetic. Yeah, and I'm a full-on diabetic, guys, and I was a full-on diabetic when I was in the hospital. Thank you, Native. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Dee. Yeah, because I mean, time is all we got. Hmm. The body is amazing, Nora. The body is absolutely amazing. It will keep going and it will keep working until it just can't. It just keeps going until it can't, you know. So like my mother-in-law right now is in the hospital and not hospital, but she's in a skilled nursing facility going through PT. And she's trying to get home so she can live at home again because nobody wants to live in a nursing home. It's kind of nice to have people there, I guess, and staff, but you don't get a lot of rest. There's vitals and there's other patients, and um, there is never enough staff for patient load. It's kind of like with teaching. There's never enough teacher for the number of students. I can't. Maria says I can't imagine because I have had so much pain with my back. Pain meds and physios are helping. It's tolerable for me to be functional. Yeah, yeah. And the thing with your spine too is like when you have nerves that are pinching, there's absolutely nothing you can do for that. There really isn't. Even nerve blockers will work on some people, and on some people it won't work. You know, Maria says, Jackie, I live my life that way too. I say I love you as much as I can because you just never know. Yeah, you never know. You never know. And I get a lot of anxiety when James and I aren't together. So I actually don't have a problem with us always commuting and being together, or when he drives me places and we're always together. So it's, hey, look, the likelihood is that means if we die, we die at the same time. Because I'm like, I don't want to live without you. I love you, hon. So it's staff is not family, says D. Yeah, it's true. Staff is not family, and staff are underpaid. Some of the people, they're doing a work that's very difficult. You're working with dementia patients, you're working with physical therapy patients, you're working with all kinds of reasons why people are in a skilled nursing facility. The best patients are the ones that are there for recovery from knee replacements or hip replacements because they're in less pain than when they started with. I need to work on saying I love you more often. It's like, well, a lot of people just say they don't quite, um, they take it for granted. They take the word I love you for granted. Um, So sometimes maybe if you change the words, it might impact people more differently. Like say, "Hey, I care about you. If you need me, call me." It's a different way of saying the same thing, but sometimes people say, "I love you," so casually that people stop hearing it. So just say it in a different way. Everybody has a different way of receiving love and knowing that they're cared about and listened to. So, like, my sister wants me to pay attention to her and listen to her. She talks. I talk a lot, guys, but she talks in a conversation by herself, and there's two of us. So I just let her listen, and I don't know what she's talking about. Her school stuff, her teacher drama. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just like, sure, that sounds great. Who is that person you're talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't know anything about her school drama or what she has to do for her job. She doesn't know anything about my job. You know, my mother has Alzheimer's and just came off of a hospitalization, fell and hit her head, brain bleed, but we think she's fine. Once she gets off anti-seizure meds, we'll see. Man, Katie, that's tough. That is tough. Um, yeah, that I am so sorry. That's rough. My grandfather and my father both had my grandfather had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. My father had dementia at the end, and it was just getting bad. He died at 80. My grandfather died at 86. My grandmother lived to be 98. My mother's still living, but she lives on the other side of the ocean. So these are storage shortages in almost all medical positions nationwide. Yeah, because you know how much medical insurance is. I have a friend who's a doctor who pays for a private practice. The amount of medical insurance, and that's just for a general practitioner. He's a he's actually a specialist for well, what's it called? The oh gosh, James, what's Dr. Ning's position? I forgot the name. It's not general practitioner, but it's the other one. The one that's past that one, the one that does internal medicine doctor, internal medicine doctor. So it's a different. He has to take pharmaceuticals, and his insurance is crazy insane. Um, This is she is home. My brother and I take care of her as long as we are alive. That's good, Katie. Jackie, you just have to be a good listener. Listen to everything. Yeah, that's what my sister needs me to do is listen. Um, Katie, yeah, that's awesome, Katie, that you're taking care of mom. Dad died last year. She doesn't remember. He was 96 and she's 92. Yeah. Well, like with my father, he would get well, Jennifer and I are twins anyway. It's not like my parents ever could tell us apart. Um, but he started calling my sister my mother's name, and that was scary, guys. That was scary. My grandmother did it too. My grandfather did it too. They didn't know who we were, but they knew we were important. They knew that we cared. Human kindness is human kindness, and whether they remember you, you remember them. And that's what's important. And if you treat people kindly, that's okay. And sometimes they would get upset and get up because they don't remember why they're there. They don't remember, who you are, and they're scared. You know, that's normal. That's completely normal. Um, it's hard for me, but it's true. Um, Mhm. Katie, and your brother are the best. Dee says COVID helped me push me out of the medical side when the opportunity to go to information services came up. I went, yeah, Dee, that's a good thing. People need to feel heard. Yeah, people always need to feel heard. That is the most important thing when I've worked in customer service in general. People can understand issues and mistakes. What they can't understand is not being listened to and being felt dismissed about. Everybody deserves to be heard, um, whatever their perspective is. They could be wrong. It doesn't matter. Just listen. And and sometimes the hardest thing for me is not to try to find a solution. So a lot of the times people just want to talk. My problem is I want to find a solution to help them. And they don't want a solution. They just want to talk. They're like, I just need to vent. I'm just upset. I don't and I've had to learn and learn and learn just to listen and not try to give advice. It's hard. It's so hard, especially with your family. And my sister's like, Jen's like, You never listen to me. Like, Jennifer, I always listen to you, but you're not giving me advice. Jennifer, I always give you advice. You never take my advice. And she's like, I don't. And then she'd get upset. And then eventually she ends up doing what I say anyway. But it doesn't matter. She has to, when she's ready, she's ready. Like, it doesn't matter what. James, what game are you playing?
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah.
James is playing this really cool game. It's really pretty. He's sitting right over here.
The new one just came out, and I'm playing the old one.
Oh, you're playing the old one? Yeah. Yeah, people need to feel heard. So, anyway, so James's mom's doing better. She's complaining, which means she's doing better because as long as she's complaining, that means she's doing well. If she's, if when she's super happy or not complaining about something, then we worry because complaining means you have enough vigor and care, So, anyway, to change topics, I was watching um a bunch of videos today and I was watching Somewhat Adulting. I love her videos, by the way. She did a video on a company out of a website out of Korea that showed a bunch of different Korean indie brands. So neat. Such a cool um if you haven't seen it, it just came out a couple hours ago. Very fun looking. I went and looked at the website down the rabbit hole. I can't buy anything. We're done buying things. I gotta be done buying things. I'm not putting myself on Ben Island because apparently Ben Island don't work. It still has Wi-Fi, and apparently the restriction causes me more anxiety than should be allowed. So I'm just gonna be consciously careful. I have a vacation to plan for. I am going to Louisiana in 2 months or end of the month, and then I'm going to Florida in September. There's a huge vacation planned. I'm going with 2 families. It's going to be a whole lot of kiddos and a whole lot of overwhelmed people because this is Disney. Disney can do that to you. Disney can be very fun and exhausting. Um and but it's going to also expensive and we want to have a good vacation, so we need to save up for that. um I shop in my sleep. Katie, girl, I've done that. Oh my gosh, do you guys watch Rakita's Closet? She has been putting out the newest stuff from LV. Oh my gosh, the new cruise collection or whatever it's called. There's this denim checker kind of look bag, and it's light denim that I think is just gorgeous. Can I spend $3,000 on one bag? No, I can admire it. I absolutely admire it. Totally admire it. I think it's beautiful. Cannot buy it. Can't even pretend to buy it. Can't finance it. Can't figure out a way to beg, borrow, or steal to buy one bag. It's like I can't do it. Can't do it. But it's so pretty. Um, yeah, I don't like a lot of what um LV is putting out. I don't know who they're putting it out for, but that bag was really pretty. Yes, I love that bag. I can't buy it. Yeah, yeah, Monarch. Yeah, I can't buy it. I mean, literally, there's no way, there's no hope. I have a ton. Like this is why that Naomi's handcrafted bag, even though that 22 denim bag is, $300, it's still attainable. Where the $3,000 LV bag is like, well, that's nice. Or the Chanel 22, you know? It's like, no, I can't buy those bags. I can't buy Chanel. I can't buy LV. I can't even buy Fendi. And Fendi is a little bit more affordable in the pre-love market. I was actually looking at a Fendi Peekaboo and I was talking to Craig about this. And I'm like, he's like, well, you could probably, do this, and this. And I really thought about it. And I was looking at the Peekaboo. And I'm like, I like my Ricky bags more. And they cost about the same on the actually it costs less on the pre-love market than the Fendi does. And I think the Ricky bags are better bags. So for me, it's like I think I've given up on my Fendi love. It's just gonna keep on going. Use the code to get another 60 off. Oh, nice. The for Naomi. Well, I'm doing a bag with her. I'm buying a bag from her. I'm just waiting for it to drop. She's busy. The girl's busy. I'm getting one of her silk bags because I'm Asian and that those silk colorways are just phenomenal. I actually like those bags more than her upcrafted bags. I like the Oh, you use Winnie's code? Yeah. Um yeah, so I mean I like the Hermes bags. I like the idea of the dust bag. but I really love her silk bags. Um, and those look just phenomenal. But it's also why I like the 22 bag though, is because I love a patchwork and I love a denim. But knowing how long it takes to piece out pieces of denim and then to sew them and then to do what she has to do, that's actually a reasonable price. And I know it's expensive, but you're looking at the time it takes to make it. I can make that bag. That pattern is out there. You can buy the pattern to make the 22 bag. Um, I have a sewing machine. I know how to sew. I can do it. But do I have the 40 hours it would probably take me to do it? I don't know. I actually was talking to my friend because she does quilting, and I was thinking about pulling out my sewing machine. I'd have to go into my storage shed and clean it out to get my sewing space back and make the real studio, like the actual studio I need. Because I've been thinking about making upcycled bags anyway, just to sell or just to make, just to show people what you can do. Like same thing with my bags, how you can rehab them. Well, you can rehab textiles. Um, do you wash your little silk bag yet? No, I have not. I actually need to do a vinegar clean with it first. You have a sewing machine, but not the patience. See, so the sewing machine isn't the problem. With quilting, it's always no, I haven't done anything with the Tiffany bag yet. Believe me, I'll share it. I'll do it with you. I will not. I'm kind of waiting to see how because Winnie has an LV project bag coming in the mail that she's literally going to throw in the washing machine. I want to see how that comes out first. I'm still terrified of the washing machine when it comes to my bags. Now I throw shoes in there all day long. I've thrown fabric bags in there, but this Tiffany bag is satin and leather. I don't know if I wanted to get that saturated because part of bag construction is there's a glue component to it. So a lot of these bags, there's glue, especially between the satin and that leather. There's an adhesive there. It's not just a textile on textile sewn. Um, I'm just coming in. Congrats! Yay! Thank you. Um, Alexis, yeah, I sold them for pennies, but at least they're gone out of my life. Believe me, I still have 300. Um, yeah, so I just like sewing because the sewing part is it's not the machine, the sewing machine part that's the problem for me. It's the cutting, the pre-washing, the ironing, the constant ironing. If you're sewing anything, constant seam pressing, and I don't have a serging machine, I just have a regular sewing machine, but I can do it, right? I can do it. And the first bag I might make might be not the best, but I can do it. So I'm thinking about it might be fun to eventually, if I can get that shed empty, um, so I can get a craft corner. I've always wanted a craft corner of just my stitching, my silks, I mean, I have a ton. What I have invested in bags is nothing compared to what I have in canvas for needlepoint. The what I have in needlepoint is just ridiculous. I thought collecting bags would be a better choice because I was spending so much money. The thing is, my arms, because of my surgery with my arms, I have arthritis and issues with my arms. I can't do the motion. And a lot of those canvases, I don't know if I'll ever be able to finish or even so smaller ones I can do, but when you're constantly doing this for hours and hours, it takes 1 hour per square inch to needlepoint. And you're looking at canvases that are like giant canvases, guys. Um, so it used to be what I did. That used to be my hobby. Which color blue bag you have is your favorite? Mm, you're asking a hard question. I think where is that bag? It's up there, and it is my most favorite color blue, and it's in the Ralph Lauren bag that I got from Craig. It's a slate blue, stormy blue color. That is probably my perfect blue bag. But I love stormy, kind of like a rainy before still blue, not dark gray, but a blue gray, rainy day. And I also love the blue bag over there. That's French blue. I love a turquoise. So I don't discriminate with my blues, but I will always go for a moody blue, a denim blue, a navy blue, before a bright teal. But yeah, no, I can't. There's no favorites. They're all beautiful. Um, bye, Maria. Um, I can give you my favorites by brand easier than I can give you my favorite color blue. Um, After not sewing since high school, I only brought the machine out to sew face masks. Yeah, I did that too. I was sewing face masks. I do hems. I'm not great. I don't follow patterns anymore. I used to do patterns and make my own clothes because everybody did, but at the same time, my shape isn't everybody's shape. And doing a French curve or curves on clothing and being plus size is not easy. You can't just go to Vogue and go get or Simplicity or McCall's and go get a plus size pattern and they work for you. So normally what would happen is you made the first thing and you muddled through it and then you had to modify it. And I'm not good enough of a seamstress to get the curves right, especially there's just a lot of math when it comes to sewing, guys. On behalf of the people who had to use homemade mask in the hospital, thank you, Katie. Oh yeah, we made homemade masks too. Yeah, we made them and we just throw them in the washer. I got pretty good at that. What brand of teal mini bag behind you? Teal. Oh, that one hanging on the wall, the mini bag. That is the faded blue Coach, and that is a card case. And they still make those. Not that color, but they do make that bag. This one right here. This is a card case from Coach, and this is in the color faded blue. And they make that, but in different colors. That's a boutique item, but they've also made an outlet version. Oh, that comes with a chain. I used a kit crossbody bag strap on that in the same colorway. I actually just sold my nylon Coach swinger bag in the color wine. Nice. I was watching Autumn Beckman's video on the five collections of Coach collections or whatever that she liked or she recommends or whatever. I actually really like the legacy period of stuff. I know it's sacrilegious, Saya don't come for me, but I'm not a huge fan of the Bonnie Cashin era of bags. I like vintage Coach, but I like the legacy. Also, I don't really love the Soho collections, and right now I'm just kind of mad at Coach. I'll be honest, I'm just still mad at Coach because if you guys have noticed, there's a current Coach outlet drop that is the identical print that came out last summer in the boutique. Hey Jeanette, so it came out in the boutique last year. Now it's come out this summer, this spring, in the outlet, different bags, same exact print. And I think that's just not cool. And I understand they're different bags, but there's several $100 difference between the bags they're producing between those two different lines. And it bugs me that you can now get the Eliza bag at the outlet for a couple $100 versus when that first came out and you had to go spend $400 at the Coach boutique for the same print. And people are like, well, it's not the same. The details are different. Yeah, but is it a couple hundred, $300 different worth it? Like they had this beautiful canvas tote that came out in the boutique last year. Now they have a whole canvas collecting coming out in the outlet collection, and they're coming out with. But right now they're coming out with the Coach boutique canvas collection in the um, soft tabby is coming. You know, Linda. One of the pieces I don't respect Coach anymore. I don't either. I don't. I have a hard time. I think my issue is I'm just gonna buy their outlet version stuff. I don't I mean, I like the Rogue. Don't get me wrong. I love the Rogue. I think the Rogue is a great bag. I think I there's bags they make I love. Don't I can't overlook that what they do a collaboration, when they do an artist collaboration, or if they do a beautiful novelty pattern, that they're just going to use that same print downline 10 months later. That bugs me. It just bothers me so much. Um, It's just a me issue. I'm not gonna begrudge anybody for buying it. Go ahead and buy it. But for me, it just bugs me. I also have the Fade Blue card case on chain. Do you know Coach increased the price from 95? No way, Alexis. No way. From 95 to 125 for the card case? Heck no. No bueno. That little card case didn't go up in value that much. I think my Willis is part of the Legacy collection. I love the Coach Willis Legacy. That they did a re-release. The Willis has come out many times, and the Willis Legacy is one of my favorites. Does it have the pretty line striped interior, interior fabric? It's pretty. I have been on a no buy zone. Yeah, I need to be on a no buy zone too. Um, Believe me, I know this. Um, Dee says, if I decide to get a piece from a collection from Coach, it will be outlet. Oh, yeah. That's where I'm at too with Coach. I'm going to buy it at the outlet because that's the value I think it should be at. Jeanette says, I finished watching Caleb's video. Yeah. So it's just like, for me, um, there is not enough difference. The the quality and materials are not different enough between the boutique and the outlet. The only thing I like in the boutique more is the Rogue because the Rogue does not exist um, in the outlet. There's no version of the Rogue. The Rogue is its own bag. I sent you, yeah, you did, Jeanette, and I love it. And you've mentioned it many times, and it's still beautiful. So Jeanette sent me a little card case from the Shine collection. It's the silver metallic one, about this big. It's very pretty. I have it. But the one she sent me that I loved more is actually from Kate Spade. I think it was a Secret Garden. Katie says, I'm trying not to buy bags, but I have some pre-ordered from Dress Up Your Purse and the Chanel 22 Lilac from Naomi, and I bought 2 Bougie sweaters from Annie Bing and Reebok collab. Ooh, did you get the new blackout bags, Katie, from the Bichette Matisse? Um, did you get the new the cute little dress up your purse little the blue one? I want that little blue one. I just want it in the bigger version, not the little version. I want the bigger version. I think it's like the 15 or something. Um, okay, Karen, there's a Rogue on the Coach canvas with embroidery Mickey Mouse on it. It's oh my gosh, Karen, I have been looking at that bag for months and months and months. It is $370 on sale. I still can't do it. I can't do it. And I spent $300. I spent $300 for that one over there. That's canvas, right? With the Dooney dogs. But I can't, that Rogue, because it's a Rogue 25, which is a little bit too small for me. If it was a Rogue 30, I'd be all over that. But for $360, 370 plus tax and shipping. I don't care how much on sale it is, how awesome it is. I don't think it's worth it. Every Rogue I have ever purchased has been only around 200, 250. And those are leather Rogues. That's a canvas jacquard embroidered. Now I understand they have to pay for branding. I get that. Um, I get that it is a Disney collaboration. It's a Coach and it's two big brands together, Coach and Disney. But man, 370 on sale. On sale. I'm like, I can't. No, I can't. Um, Jeanette, yes, I know it was an expensive card case. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Um, I was fine with just waiting for the Coach retail items to go on sale onto the reserve section. You can get bags for 60. Yeah, you can get them 60% off, but 60% off, $800 is still expensive. You know, yes, it was a Coach store for around 575. I would never spend 575, Karen, for that bag. And I love Disney. I have spent lots of money on Disney. Lots and lots. I belong to their vacation club. I go on Disney cruises. I go to Disney parks. I love Disney. And I think $600 for a bag with Mickey Mouse on it is a little high. There was a Gucci bag for $1,200 that had Mickey Mouse on it. I almost bought that one. That one I loved. That was all leather. That one was gorgeous. But for a jacquard embroidered bag with leather trim for almost $600 and on sale to be $360, and I have looked at that bag. I have put it in my cart. I've taken it out of my cart. Put it in my cart, out of my cart. I want the bag. I just justify it at all. And that bag is on the pre-love market. People are trying to sell that bag for $1,200. It's still available at Coach. It's like, dude, people, you know, I got the Paris 15 and the micro version before they came out with the latest colors, so both in black. Oh, okay. I want a review on the Paris 15 because I'm not gonna get the big Paris one because I have a Pochette Matisse, which I love and adore and love. Um, and it's basically the same bag, but I love that bag. I love that style of bag. I love the shape of bag. I love the way the one I have. That bag is darn near perfect. It is the most beautiful bag I own. Um, and I have a lot of bags, you know. So Alexis is honestly every single one of the Coach boutique items was bought on deep sale. Yeah, very rarely have I ever bought anything at full price. Very rarely, because if you wait long enough, it goes on sale. Um, Jackie, how big is a 25? Do you have one? No, I don't have one. I have a 30. Um, so 25 is, I think Caleb, not Caleb, Craig told me 25 is how many inches? 10 inch? I think it's a 10-inch bag. And I think the 30 is a 12-inch bag. You're never too old for Disney. Oh yeah. What about the cute Minnie and Mickey bag charms? I love the charms, but again, I don't want to spend I love SLGs. Love them. I love bag charms. I love Mickey charms. I love them all. But for the price of an SLG, I can darn near buy a bag. A lot of the bags I own cost $30 to $50 pre-loved. A lot of those charms, even on sale, are $45. Like, dude, I can buy a bag. I literally can buy a bag. If you look on eBay, if you look, you can find a great leather bag for $30. I don't, so it's really hard for me to say, let me buy this charm for $75 or $95 because I'm like, that's a whole other bag for me. That's not just a cute item. So I don't have that many charms. I don't have that many um, SLGs. I don't have any wallets. I don't have very many pouches. I love them all. I love them. I love them. As gifts, I think they're the best thing ever to give. Like, give me your pouch. I love them. I use them, but I don't buy them because to me, I always get sidelined by a bag. Um, G says I have the black Paris 15 and it's fabulous. I love carrying it. And it's the closest I'll come to a Pochette Matisse. Yeah, I know, because Pochette Matisse is just expensive. But I have one, so I'm gonna cherish the one I have and it'll be the only one I got. Um, Alexis, how do you feel about Disney is how I feel about Royal Blue. The most expensive Coach bag is the Sports Blue. I have that bag. I have that bag. The Sports Blue. I That was my birthday bag when that bag came out. I bought that one. I think I got it with a birthday discount, so I only got it 10% off, and I had to pay it off over 6 months. I have that bag. The only thing I regret about that bag is I don't have a companion sports blue anything to go with it. It's the only sports blue Coach item I have. I love that bag. I love that bag so much. I sold my Alma BB. I had an Alma BB in Epi, and because I got the Revel from Coach, I sold the um, Alma. I traded it with my consigner friend. Hey, Brian. Yeah, I get it, Jackie. I never pay full price. Some things you lose out, but then you move on. Well, that's the hardest lesson I have had to learn. I will always find another bag. I might think I'm going to die if I don't get this bag or that deal or the whatever, but I always find another bag. I can buy my dream bag, and the very next 5 minutes, I find another bag that I just want just as much. So for me, it's learning not to cave into FOMO and not to cave into this is the only time I'll get that bag. This bag I purchased, and I talked about this when I first started the live, was I'm I bought a crocodile bag. Now it says crocodile by Ralph Lauren. It could be crocodile imprint. I don't know. because it's not showing me a content label. I'm assuming it's crocodile. It looks like real crocodile, but I won't know till I touch it. And I've been following this bag for months. And originally it was for sale for 500. I just was able to get it for 200 plus tax and shipping, right? So, and that's just because there's some flaws on it that people don't want. People don't want to spend even $500 for a bag with flaws. It doesn't matter what the material is, but I can repair most flaws. I can fix it as long as the leather isn't cut, as long as there's no holes in the leather. I can do it. I can almost just stitch it closed if I have to. I can hand stitch. Hand stitch is actually my preferred way of stitching. So, um, I know I can repair the handles. I know that the handles have an issue, and that's why they sold to me at such a low price. And I communicated with the sellers before. I really didn't think they were going to sell it for $200 because with after fees, they're not making much on that bag. But at least they're making something on that bag, because it was just been sitting there for months. Um, yeah, the Coach Rebel 24 is just like the LV Alma BB. I do want a BB in Damier Ben though. I had I would like an Alma, not the BB, but the larger version. I had one but it was one that was vintage, and that had some really water staining I didn't like, and at the time I didn't know how to repair bags and fix them. So that bag I didn't like so much. So I like the BB size, but it doesn't fit very much, guys. The BB does not fit very much. It's a fun bopping around town bag, but I think I like if I'm being honest when it comes to LV bags, the Speedy is the better size, the better shape bag, but I love the look of an Alma. But the Pochette Matisse to me is like the end all be all of best bags ever. So yeah, I like the top handle. I like the way the strap's attached. I like the way it opens. I like the interior compartment. The only negative I have on the Pochette Matisse for me is because I'm so round. I would like to have a longer strap, but I actually love the fact that the strap is um, canvas on that bag. Jackie, this past Friday, I wore that snake trim Coach. Oh, the Dreamer I bought from you for the first time. It's a great bag, and I'm glad you sold me. Yes, the Coach Dreamer is a phenomenal bag, which, of course, they discontinued. Whatever. And I bought that and I sold it to Dee for the same price I bought it for. I knew I wasn't really going to use it, but it was such a good deal. It was such a good bag. I had to buy it. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that. But truthfully, the Dreamer isn't quite my jam. I love the way it looks. The Dreamer bags in general are pretty dang phenomenal. A lot of people wish they brought the Dreamer back. I also like the Coach Ace bag. See, Coach has made a lot of bags I really love. I just don't really love what they're doing now. Um, and that it will come and go. They'll come out with something and I'll fall in love again and I'll still get grumpy at them and I'll still love them and I'll hate them. It's very much a love-hate relationship. Hey Jolie, how's it going? Are you in Miami, girl? Um, Dee says I had the Alma BB and Damier Ben. It was too small for me. I prefer it's because the narrowing at the top, the BB really is a small bag. It really is just a fun bopping around town bag, but it doesn't really hold much. I think it was the forerunner to the Rogue. It could be. Yeah, it could have been the forerunner to the Rogue. The Dreamer. I love the Alma, but again, too small for me. I'm in my Trivoli. Oh, I love the Trivoli GM. It's just too heavy, and I feel it's almost too small. Everyone teach me how to downsize, please. The best way to downsize, girl, is to change out your bag every day. You will find you take out something different every time. Like you will leave something behind, and then if you go from a big bag to a medium bag to a small bag to a micro bag, your wallet size will gradually go down from full size to small size to card size. Because what happens is when you have a big bag, you just add more and more things. And then you think you need all of those things. And what I've learned is I don't need everything in that bag because I live close enough I live right down the street from a corner store. I live right next to an office that has a kiosk in the office for things if you need something. If I don't have something, I can always go buy it. I don't always have to have it in my bag. Um, and that's what I've learned. That's what I learned. And I had to learn how to do that because my shoulder issues, I carried everything. I used to carry totes fully loaded, but my shoulders can't handle it. So I had to downsize. So even though I carry a large tote, I carry large totes mainly for paperwork, laptops, and sweaters. And then I carry a small bandolier bag that actually has my wallet. Um, Julie, you're home then? I am loving the Alma BB. I just got my first one last month. Fits all my essentials. Yes, the Apple Blonde. The Alma BB, if it's a wallet, a lipstick, you can fit a few more things in that, but because of the tapering at the top, it doesn't fit a lot. But if you just have like a wallet and running around town, it's lightweight, it's easy to carry, it's easy to hold. It's a great bag. I'm gonna try that because of how I have sciatic issues, shoulders. Yes. See, Melissa, I understand where you're coming from. I totally get. So a sciatic issue is literally your nerve is being pinched. If you've I am not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but what helped me was seeing a chiropractor because they can open up the joint and it gives you some space. Um, that helped me a lot because it is the nerve is being pinched and it's very common. It's very common. We do a lot of sitting, um, and you have to do a little bit more moving, but we do a lot of sitting. I sit a lot. Most of my job is sitting. I sit here and talk to you guys for 4 hours. Um, so sciatic gets pinched. If you've had babies, it happens too. Your sciatic it's just the thing. It's just the thing. One of the biggest things that you'll see what chiropractors do when you're on your side and they kind of rotate your hip and it crunch it like a crunch. That's the releasing. That's opening the sciatic joint. And the massage therapy will relax the muscles because normally what happens with sciatic is, in my experience, again, I'm not a medical professional, is muscles around the area are tensing because they're compensating for somewhere else. And a lot of times our hips get off kilter and you're going to be walking and you're compensating without even knowing it. You sit different. I slouch, I sit forward. Um, Believe me, I've been to massage therapy, I've been to chiropractors, I've been to orthopedic surgery, I've done all of it. And I don't like doing any of it. But it helps. So the other thing that helps is because again, if you're holding a heavy shoulder bag, you're off balance also. You're off balance. Um, so that's what I've had to do is that's how I started using small bags and I had to start with just what do I need? My keys, my wallet. And then that's all I'd be taking. And then gradually I added a pen, then I added to tissues, then I added my earbuds, and then I added some like dental floss and sugar package. That's what I travel with now. Everything else can go in a tote, but I don't necessarily have to take the tote with me everywhere I go. Hey, Grace. The sportsbook color leather went to the Coach outlet, and I got. Oh my gosh, you got the Snap wallet? That's awesome, Alexis. I've done acupuncture too. Yeah, acupuncture works. Again, everything is a short-term fix. The acupuncture, the um, massage therapy, the chiropractor is all it's going to help it temporarily, but something mechanically you're doing is probably causing it. You know, and every doctor will say something different. They'll all say this and this like that, but honestly, the crux of the point is your nerve is being pinched somehow. Yeah, I only have my Pro Max Kindle card case, Klee headphones and lipstick and sunglasses in my MLBB. That's pretty good. This is my Kindle. I'm surprised you can get this in there. Like this is let me see. It's the bag. Um That joint is the SI joint or a sciat okay. D says joint. I used to have x-rays. Yeah, the SI joint. The sarcollatic joint. So this is a 6.5-inch Kindle by almost 4.5 by 6.5-inch Kindle. Yeah, that SI joint is a common problem, guys. It is a problem. Lots of people have issues with that. It hurts like hell. I have the same problem. That's the joint that always hurts me too. Um, Good to know that MLBB can fit that much. I would love a pre-loved epi leather. Me too, right? The epi leather one. Oh, Jolie, if you're in the house, if you're still in the house, how did you take your epi speedy to LV? What did they say? I need to know. Do you have a video coming out? I must know these things. It fits the question I asked because I love reading. I have now rebonded with my Kindle. I've had this a long time, but I didn't love it, and now I love it. I love it. I love it. And now it's my friend. I used to read the Kindle app on my phone more, but I think I like the Kindle this way better. Um, I have a Paperwhite Kindle. Yeah. Melissa, I went to PT twice a week for 2 months. I have all my exercises and I do all at home and I'm doing so much better. Yes, Monarch. Yeah, I've done that too. And there's the one I do for my neck. It's like this kind of gliding motion. It's really weird. Like you do this and it helps the disc in your neck. But because I look forward. This is not technically because I'm hunched forward. I'm using a digital mouse, so I'm constantly doing this motion and this motion. So, and I'm looking down and looking up like this kind of. So it puts a lot of stress on the neck. It's being fixed, but not for free. Yes, I'll talk about it depending on how it comes out. I will determine my mood. Well, I hope oh my gosh, that's just so wrong. They're the ones that made that incorrect. That's so annoying. But at least they can fix it, Jolie. Um, I did do that one. Yeah, this one. This one. I call it like it's like a neck glide. And for me, it helps a lot because I have a lot of stress and tension all down here on this side specifically. And again, it's my job. It's definitely my job. Um, and I just do this when I drive. Oh, I'm not driving. I'm sitting on the passenger side. And right now I'm having a bad flare up with my neck and spine. I need to go back to my chiropractor. It's just that he's so far away, guys. He's so far away. I need to go to LV and try on the Speedy 20, the LVBB before officially deciding. I think the Speedy 20, the thing that people dislike about the 20 is the opening because it doesn't have this. If it's, I don't believe it goes down the side. I think it just goes from side to side. It doesn't go down the corner, and that it makes it hard the Speedy 20 to open to get your hands in and out. It's kind of like that Givenchy Antigona, the zipper problem, where it kind of you have to have the zipper touch your hand, and some people don't like that. Um, Dee all my stuff is thin, but also I'm pretty good when it comes to packing stuff. Toss my stuff in and have it rattled around. I do have to say, my favorite, yeah, my favorite brand has now become Ralph Lauren and Dooney. They're at the same joy levels, guys, the same joy levels, which is I didn't think was possible. Coach has been kicked to the curb a bit because I'm still mad at them. I still have Michael Kors and Kate Spade. I'm gonna still love their stuff, but I don't follow their drops. Where with Ralph Lauren and Dooney, I constantly am now looking at them, and that's new. That's new. Um, this video does go down the sides. Oh yay, good. I didn't know that. Um, I have the 20. That's good to know, Katie, because I have the dress up your purse version, and I like that bag. I like a barrel bag in life in general. A barrel speedy shape bag is probably a satchel shape is my preferred shape. Um, Either a satchel dome or a round, not round, but a bowling bag style, kind of like between the Speedy and the Alma, the bowler bag, and then the Pochette Matisse rectangle is my perfect crossbody. Do you think the LV Pochette Matisse is worth $2,500? Since I have one, yes. Can I afford one? No. To me, I think is a beautiful bag. I would have bought the Paris bag from Get Dress Up Your Purse because I love the shape so much. If I didn't have the Pochette Matisse, but I have a Pochette Matisse. So I can't say it's not worth it. I think it is worth it, but it is a sacrifice to own in my world. In my universe, my discretionary state income, that's a big deal. I would have to have a nice conversation with my husband over that. It would be not take a vacation question. Like, I want this bag so much, I'm willing not to go on vacation. Are you willing to do that with me? He's not willing to do that with me anymore. We had done that before when we weren't going on big vacations, but since we found Disney, though that's changed. Now we go to Disney World and we go to cruising, and those two things means I don't get to buy LV bags anymore at all. We can't afford them. So one thing had to give up for another thing, and I'd rather have an experience with my husband than buy another bag because I have a Pochette Matisse. I'm happy I have the one because it's to be the one I have forever. um, Yeah, the bowling shape is great, and that Pochette Matisse style is great. I like how you open and you see everything, yes. I don't actually go in and out of my bag very often. I do have the Devlin tote. I have it actually in my car right now. The problem with the Devlin tote, I love it, but it's the only way to carry it is one way with top handle. I use it for sweaters and I've used it for my laptop. I used it to tote things to the post office. It's actually a very useful bag. It's a pretty expensive bag, but it's a useful bag. Um, if so, how are you enjoying it? I enjoy it enough that I would buy another one if I could get one for around 50 or $75. I'm not sure I would buy another one for $300 because I think that's a little steep. Jackie, do you have any Wanderer bags, I believe the name of the brand. Anybody else? I don't think I've seen that. Wanderer bags? I don't know if I've seen that. Travel Co. is the name. I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to look that up. Melissa, is it a safety bag? Yeah, I prefer of the vacation. I can only do one or yeah, I can't do both. Like when I was buying LV bags with my inheritance, that's one thing. But now we're going into my regular earning income, and those are discussions that are we discussions. It's not just me discussions. So while the bag might last a lifetime, we live one time, and my husband would like to go to Disney World, and I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. I'm okay with it. You know, I already have the one bag. I have a few LV bags. I don't need to buy the next one. I don't need to buy. I don't need to have a Chanel flap. I don't need an Hermes. As much as I love and admire these bags, I don't need any of them. I have plenty of the bags I like as it is that are appropriate for my income level. I mean, it's not that you can't have expensive bags. You can, but um, I enjoy using bags that I see where I'm at and with the people I am with and where I live and how I work and the bags I see. They're not Hermes bags. They're not. They're rarely a Louis Vuitton bag. What we mostly see where I work and live are Michael Kors, Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, things that's come out of TJ Maxx, TK Maxx, whatever you call it. Things that come out of Ross, things that come out of J.C. Penney's, things that come out of Macy's. I don't live where there's a Neiman Marcus. There's no Nordstrom's over here. And now when you go into the bigger city, hey Keith, when you go into the bigger city, yeah, you'll see bags like that. But where I live, it's Michael Kors and stuff that comes, it's just normal bags. I love Dooney too. I was able to pick up a pebbled green Dawson in black off the shop Goodwill. My goodness, that's great. Those stories make me so happy. I want to buy. Wait a minute. Let me go up. I missed some stuff. Yeah, I prefer vacation. Love that. Great, you have one that you love. Yeah, I have that. That bag is. And you won't find a video on it on my channel, by the way. I don't really actually talk about it other than on my lives, or I've shown a photo or two of it. But it is so outside of my price range that I don't like really showing it, because it is very expensive. And I'm not a luxury channel. I don't have LV knowledge. I just have mostly vintage. Um, I'm looking to eBay for vintage Junie, all weather leather, and duck logo is so cute. Yes, Grace, I agree. Grace says, but I was looking at the listing and I started a conversation with the seller, and it turns out the bag was not. Oh, yeah, you want to make sure that black and white. There is a time period when Junie didn't have labeling, but that's very rare. So you really do want to find that it has to have that tag in there. Um, Keith, how come I don't see you? Oh, there you are. There you are. Hi, Keith. Um, Great deal. Kitty says, I collect vintage D&B. If you're not familiar with vintage DB, be careful. There's so much out there that's not real. It's just crazy. Melissa says, I live in a country in the middle of nowhere, and I feel I'm always behind on bags. I still have 9 or 10 years old, so I'm just old and behind. Well, here's the thing. Those are the bags I like, though, Melissa. The ones that are from 10 years ago, those are the ones I like now. And those are the ones people are selling for cheap. Can I ask, does AWL Duty ever have fabric lining? Yeah, yes. Current ones do, but you're gonna have to have the tag. Now, old AWL just had the leather with the suede back. But to lighten that bag some, what they did was they what you do is you thin out the leather and then you put a fabric lining in it so it's lighter weight, and made in China. A lot of their bags have been made in China and Mexico, but it still has to have that red, white, and cream, or the red, cream, and blue tag with the serial number on the back. That's what you need in any of your vintage bags, any of your bags from Dooney. Because they did make those bags in China, but that was later on, so they're not the older ones before they transitioned away from that style. Yeah, so it might not be vintage; it just might be older. Yeah. Hey, Kitty Pleasure. Kilty pleasures. My kilty pleasures. Um, yeah, it's rough, Grace. I bought a guys, I should talk about this. I hear that I bought a bag from eBay from a seller that by looking at the photos I thought looked authentic. I took a gamble on it. This is as fake as fake gets, guys. And I didn't contact the seller. I was in a bad mood. I had a bad experience. I just said I gave them a 3-star rating. I said, "Hey, it's a fake bag, but I'll just take off the labeling. It's fine. This is fake." Now, on the photos, it looked real. In the photos, it looked real enough. I don't know every style D&B has ever made. They've been around for a long time. They've done a lot of special occasion things. They've done a lot of special event things. So I figured this was a promo item. I just missed it. Um, Fake is a days long, guys. The eBay seller did refund the money. She didn't know it was a fake. It doesn't have the right tag inside. I just didn't look when I bought it. It's a $10 bag, guys. But this is polyurethane. This stuff is fake as fake gets. And it says made in Italy. Some of their canvas bags have been made in Italy, but not that tag and not this interior. I was like, dang it, I don't want to buy a fake bag. And I bought a fake bag and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I just gave them a bad review. I just 3-star review. It's fake. I'll take the label off. No big deal. It's $10. I use it that put rags in. But yeah, it happens to me too. And I've been buying this stuff for 20 some odd years. So I should know better. I should know to look for that tag, but it was probably a 3 a.m. bid. Oh, $10. I'll bid on it. And then I won. I'm like, great. This is why I get off eBay. It's my 3 a.m. no impulse control issues. I'm worried now. I just don't want to get scammed. Well, here's the thing: when you do get scammed, is that eBay, especially eBay, they cannot facilitate the sale of a counterfeit. So if you can prove or you can say it's a counterfeit, they can intervene for you. The seller happened to be like, "Hey, I didn't know that was fake. I was telling her about it," and then she's like, "Okay, thank you for telling me," and she refunded me the money. So I felt bad for giving her a bad review, and she refunded me the product. I would have not done that, but I was in a bad day that day. I'd been scammed somewhere else on a different thing, so I just was not in the mood. And I was like, people are awful, and I was like, blah blah blah. And then I should just talk to her and say, "Hey, look," because I had bought this bag. You'll see a review on this bag. So this bag came from Mercari, and this bag was perfect condition. And this is a beautiful bag. Beautiful bag. The perfect condition was a lie because it didn't have part of the hardware. It was missing the hardware, but they said it was perfect. And then when you look back at the photos, it doesn't show this side. It shows that side. So I did a message that says, "Hey, I'm just going to assume that you didn't know, but this is not perfect. It's missing hardware, but this is something I can repair. I can repair hardware. Dooney will replace the hardware if I want to deal with it. Um, but the value of the bag was low enough, was sold at such a price that I was okay with it, and I was just upset. So when I got the second thing, which was the scam, I was just over it. Didn't like people at that point. So what did you do? Would you put it back to secondhand shop even if you won't use it? Oh no, no, like the one that's fake. I'm going that they I will take off the branding. I'll remove that patch, and then it won't have a brand, and then it's fine. It's just a tote bag, right? Um, but how do we have proof if it's authentic? So honestly, it's just experience. It's just experience, and then again, the only you can send your bag. Okay, this I've done this. You can contact Dooney through their service and request portal and online, and write an email and send photos and say, I'm asking for authenticity. Can you verify this is authentic? Most of the time you're gonna have to mail it to them. Mailing anything to Connecticut is expensive. I don't know why. Connecticut's just expensive, and they will authenticate it and they will send it back to you. But that takes months. Months. They're not quick. And I've had to do that. Like, hey, I bought this. I'm looking to see if this is authentic, and they verified it was authentic, and they sent it back to me. They didn't give me a certificate. They just told me, yeah, it's ours, and I have an email. Um, yeah, Dooney and Burke is a company because they're privately owned, has a lot more leeway. And that's why it's also hard to find any information because they didn't publish stuff out like Coach did with catalogs whenever Judy just did what Judy wanted to do, you know? So it was just like, okay. And then, but a lot of the ways you learn with authenticity of the product is if you know because Judy's been doing the same type of thing for so long, it makes it one easy to counterfeit, but also easy to identify what should be there. And sometimes you get fooled by what you thought was there. And then it's like, okay, that's wrong. So there's certain things. The serial number will always be on the back of the red, white, and blue sticker. There's a very short window of time where they didn't do that, but just avoid those bags. If it looks like something you've never seen, you can't find anything else that looks like it might not be real. And ask a friend. Gotta go, kids. Bye, Melissa. What time? I've been out here 2.5 hours. Oh, 2 hours and 13 minutes. Um, hello, my 42 viewers. Um, but I like that they're still small and private. That's what I love about them, Grace. That's what I love. I worry there's needless worry because there's nothing I can do about it. What happens to Peter Dooney when he no longer is alive or in life? Like, what's going to happen with the company? Because that's when things change the most. I'm sure he has heirs and he has a plan set up. I'm sure, but right now, the reason why the styles are styles is because it's his company. It's his styles. He's the creator. He's the driving force. There is not another creative artist or whatever. It's him. You know. Grace says, you're welcome. I'm working on a video will identify vintage Junie bags because they're such gatekeepers with info in their. Oh my gosh, right? Right? I have a lot of their Alto bags. People don't know. I sold 21 bags that were bags I had listed across I had a Mercari and I had Poshmark and I had Vestiaire Collective. And over those three platforms, I had bags listed. I've since removed them all and I sold everything that was in there in a couple totes that I had never showed you guys. But in general, everything I had sold, I have shown in some way, shape, or fashion. Even the two that I didn't show on a live, I had shown on other people to sell. Like it's been on my social medias, or it was on my Facebook or through Facebook selling groups. So hey, Saya, you're doing that, but just woke up. Woohoo! Um, I'll carry you the Peter Dooney passes. Oh yeah, me too, D. When he passes, it's gonna be sad. The company will change because it's an old school company. People don't do this anymore. Like their company is a small company in relative speaking terms of bag land and bag company land. Um, they have one brick and mortar store in Connecticut. They have 10 outlet stores, and all the other distributions for Dooney is like through QVC and it's through like Dillard's. Macy's used to carry them, but they only carry the NFL series. Disney carries their Disney collection. Um, there's just things within the Dooney world that because they go through distributors, um, that's how you can get them on a good discount because eventually, because people like Dillard's will put them on sale and they'll go to their down sister stores wherever they clearance them out to, because they're all about moving merchandise, guys. They're privately held, which is rare. Oh my God, it's beyond rare. It's beyond rare. I don't know if another American company, well, maybe Patricia Nash. I think Patricia Nash is privately held. I don't know if she's part of an incorporation. I don't know who owns Kissenberg, like if she's part of a group, but like Super Naked was talking about how Tapestry Holdings and Capri Holdings, the merger was trying to merge with Versace. There's trying to be some kind of stop to it, but I'm like, they're not a monopoly. LVMH is a monopoly. No, it's like they own how many brands, you know? But it's like nah. It's like LVMH. I mean, Tapestry Holdings and Capri Holdings are just trying to survive. They're trying to make a market in a space. They're saying it's going to be too limiting to the market if they own all these brands. Like, no, there's still all these other brands. You're not the only brands, guys. It's like whatever. We'll see how that we'll have to follow that lawsuit. That video should be coming out soon. He did that. I believe he did that on his regular show. So it should be up already. Um, but sometimes I don't remember between the pre-show and the regular show. So yeah, D. I think Grace Dooney will go on, but they will change. They will change. They will really will change for the worse. So they have to because the only way to increase profits is to reduce quality or increase production. I think what will happen though, it's just my speculation here, guys, that Dooney, the next creative director, whenever Peter Dooney dies, is that they're probably going to change styles because that's the biggest criticism Dooney has is that they don't have they're a little outdated for today's. They're not trendy. And they never have been. But trend is what a lot of people like, but I like the fact that the classic satchel is still a satchel. I like the hardware. Not everybody does, but I do. Um, of course, they'll change. Um, yeah, by now, exactly. Um, that's they were pulling stock from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, and bringing them back to the outlets. Nice. That's good. That's good. Um, That's what I do. Well, I'm a TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls shopper. I shop in those places. I like shopping. I shop in those places more than I shop in regular department stores. That when I go to a regular department store that has 10 of one item, I'm like, oh wow, there's 10 of these. It's so cool because you're shopping places that have like one. You know. Does anyone know what happened to Makowski bags? He divorced and he closed out that part of the business. That's what happened to him. I just sold my last Bukowski bag, by the way. That's one of the ones I sold. Yeah, he was there because I think he was married to Kathy Van Zeeland. I don't quote me on that. And their divorce, something happened, and the bag business he just stopped making them. It was through yeah, he made beautiful bags. But when a company stops producing a bag, their value goes down, even though they become more a scarce commodity, right? They're no longer being made, but because they're no longer being produced, something happens where they go cheaper, which is what's happening with the Reed Karkoff bags, which I love, limited quantity out there, and they're not very expensive, which they started out to be very expensive, but because they're no longer being produced, people are like, oh, those are old bags. I don't want that bag. It's like, why buy a bag that lasts a lifetime of quality and good leather and then in 10 years get rid of it? I don't get that. That I don't get. People say this will last a lifetime. My children will carry this, but then in 10 years you're getting rid of it. Like there's this one lady on Facebook, I can't remember her name, not Facebook, YouTube, where she says she's selling all of her bags and it went viral or something, and Connor's Closet did a video on it, like about this lady who sold all her stuff, got rid of all her designer labels, and it has like I don't know, thousands and thousands of views. And I'm like, well, I'm happy she sold her things if she didn't want them anymore, but Connor was very correct when he says those type of videos are very judgy. It says, well, I've seen this new path and I believe everybody should be on this path with me. And if you carry bags with logos or obvious logos, obviously it's just not good. So I sold all of mine. I'm like, dude, but then if you have bags without, and Nikki Sky, yes, Nikki Sky Monarch. Then you have bags without logos, and I don't watch Nikki Sky. I don't know who she is. I've never watched. I didn't watch her video. I don't know anything about this person. All I know is that her video caused other content creators to make videos, and they're talking about this. Brandless, nameless bags. So a well-made bag without a brand in it is not a very expensive bag. I have several. I've sold some. They're brandless, they're nameless, they're just a well-made leather bag. And because of that, they're inexpensive. And if you take away the branding, your $3,000 bag is now 200. Um, so I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't know what she's going to buy in the future. I don't know what she kept because I don't know this woman. I just think it's interesting that she says, I cannot speak to anybody about branding or logos. I'm sitting in a Secret Labs. If you see this Secret Labs chair, guys, this is a gaming chair. It's logoed. I have gaming logos on it for Overwatch. I have Disney everything. I have Dooney Disney, I have Monogram LV, like I have the logos. I wear Disney hats. This is my college mascot, or my college mascot is the Roadrunner. This is a recognizable logo. Um I wear my college ring. It is totally a logo. Like you can tell all of the University of Texas rings have the same look. You know, I'm all about I went to this university. I support this brand. I love this merchandise. I like this brand. I am that kid. I am that human. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I want everything to be brandless. I'm like, well, fine, now you go. You go. I don't know what you're gonna be buying. I don't know who you're gonna be buying it from. I mean, unless you get all your stuff bespoke, handmade, and then tailored that handmade for you. I don't know what she's buying. Yeah, their styles aren't typical modern, but they have a niche. I compare my DB Florentine satchel to my Minkoff, and DB blew it out. Oh yeah, Rebecca Minkoff, her quality, she has nice trendier bags, but the quality is nowhere near. Nowhere near. Nice bags. I'm not saying they're bad bags. I've had plenty of Rebecca Minkoff bags, but the longevity quality is not the same. It's just not the same. Grace says it's probably not real. I think I know who you were talking about, but I don't think she sold her items. Well, maybe she just got rid of them all. You know, Miss Kitty Pleasures. Yeah, DB is not trendy, but classic. Yeah, I don't think you have to be trendy. I think you just have a well-made bag that you enjoy. Bag is there to hold things. It's there to make your life easier. It's there to hold your wallet. It's in there to hold your cell phone. It's in there to hold my lipstick, my sunglasses. That's what my bag is supposed to do. I don't care, you know, I love bags. I love all the bags. Um, this is also America. We are driven to buy branded items down to our food. That is the dang truth. I actually buy store branded food, but I get to shop at HEB. If you don't know HEB, it is a grocery store chain that is like he's like the family that's chain of grocery stores is like one of the wealthiest families in the United States. It's because of HEB. If you HEB is awesome. This is yeah. Oh yeah, down to food. Yeah, there's people that I know will only eat a certain brand of hot dog or a certain brand of bread, or they only buy that rice, or they only buy that milk. So like because there's something that brands give you a baseline. Brands give you. I know that if I buy this from Frito-Lay's company, this is the guaranteed level of quality I'm going to get. If I buy this bag from Coach, this is a guaranteed level of quality I'm going to get. That's all branding really does. And when you get beyond, when you get to prestige and luxury, what you're buying is the 300 years of that history. You're buying the history of Chanel. You're buying the history of Louis Vuitton. Right now, Chanel's products might not be the best, but we still buy them because we're like, we love Chanel. We grew up with Chanel. The mystique, the branding of it. We like the company. She has a story and a history. I love Chanel number 5. I have Chanel number 5. I have Chanel Blue for men. I love that. That one only came out not too long ago, but Chanel number 5 came out a long time ago. And you just and there's a base level of quality. There's a base level of quality that, if I buy Heinz 57 ketchup, it will taste a certain way and look a certain way. That if you buy this other brand of ketchup that you do not know, let's say store brand, I'm not just saying any store brand, let's say Kroger's brand of ketchup, it's not our tomato sauce, because it probably won't even be called, I think ketchup is a branded term. This tomato sauce by Kroger's is not the same flavor as Heinz 57 ketchup. You know, that's what you're buying. You're buying a baseline. There's people that I know that will only buy tomato soup from Campbell's. No other brand. Progresso, who are you? We don't know you. We only buy Campbell's soup. Store brand, never buy that. So I think bags are the same way. You buy bags knowing that there's certain value to them and there's certain recognizability to them. And as I say, I like wearing bags in my area, in my region, my location, my state where I live. People recognize Michael Kors. People know Dunionberg. People know that that is a mid-range nice bag. It's still a nice expensive bag for where I live. They wouldn't have a clue if I walked around with an Hermes bag. Wouldn't know what one was. Maybe one or two people would, but not where I live. Like, really, the folks at the Tractor Supply Company, they're not going to know if I'm carrying a Birkin bag. They really won't. They won't. I go to the Tractor Supply to go get my dog food. You know, I have a Walmart, guys. I have a Walmart. I have a Tractor Supply. I have a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, which I do a lot of shopping at. I even have a brandless express pharmacy. It's not even like a CVS, guys. This is where I live. I live in a place where, I wear what I wear because I love what I have. I love these brands. I love what I have. I don't actually need people to know I have an expensive bag, but I don't need to buy an expensive bag either. I think the $300 for a bag is expensive, which is why I don't have that Coach um, Disney Rogue that I want for $370 because it's $370. I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie, Coach has really outdone themselves with their current styles, but I saw the Tabby 33 at 750. Yeah, I can't afford that. I think the Tabby 33 is one of the most beautiful bags, and I don't like the Tabby, but the Tabby 33 almost had me looking at them. But for $750, no ma'am. Even 50% off, that would be hard for me to buy. Jolie says, Same Grace, I'm looking for a locally sourced and growing my own. I have eaten 4 things out of my yard today. That's awesome, Jolie. I love watching your gardening stuff, your little orchard planting, and do you grow squash? Same thing here, Jackie. Grace says, as for Coach, because they have done so well right now, it's going to be hard to do better and come out with another eye-catching design next season. It is. And they've already designed it. By the time you see a release, it's already been in production and designed as 2 years ago. The design process started 2 years ago. The production started a year ago. Buyers buy things a year out. So whatever is already in produced. It's already being produced, guys. They already know what they're making. You cannot make stuff in volume quickly. It takes a 24-month process for things to be produced. I can't buy Chanel bags, but I have a few SLGs. I don't need people to see my hidden luxury pieces that I tucked into my belt bag. I want an O case. And then Craig, my bestie, showed me an O case compared to the Dooney and Burke case I gave him, the little pochette thing. And he says, I use this one that Jackie, you gave me this one. I use this one. My O case sits in a drawer, never gets used. It's not big enough for anything. I'm like, whoa, that's good to know. Of course, this is Craig, guys. He lives with like luggage size bags as a daily carry. He carries everything. So he takes a lot of stuff in his daily commuting of life. Um, Tractor Supply for Settle Soap and Leather CPR. Oh, do they sell leather CPR? Because I am looking at Amazon, and oh my gosh, 8 ounces of that stuff is $25. I didn't know. You know what? I need to go to my Tractor Supply. Maybe we'll go tomorrow after work because yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't even think about that. I go there for my dog food. Um, Jolie, Simple Opinion, that's great. I'm bad at gardening. Jolie has amazing. If you don't follow her, you need to watch Jolie because oh my gosh, she has like so she's homesteading. Like she has like a farm happening where she lives. Um, do anyone watch Zara Justina's new video on her fake Chanel bag she's calling alternate wait, what? I don't know who Zara Justina is, but how is a fake Chanel bag the alternative to luxury? Isn't that just the theft of luxury? You're piggybacking on somebody else's luxury. Like I don't mind inspired bags. I'm all for inspired bags, but sometimes there's inspiration and then there's like one to one. One to one is not inspiration, guys. One to one is like a copy. I have a mini O case in pink that I bought in January. I'm using it as a wallet to carry cash. That's awesome. I don't carry cash anymore though. It's $12.99 at Tractor Supply. Oh my gosh, I am so going tomorrow then. I need that. I need that. I absolutely need that. I'm gonna look at my Tractor Supply tomorrow. I'd go today, but I think they're closed already. Ray says, yeah, so does my friend. So when the zombies come, I will die of hunger, and those people who can farm will. Yeah, that's true, Grace. Grace, I flat out say I'm the first person to die during the zombie apocalypse. That's me, guys. I don't have food stash. I don't have a water supply. I live on city services with city stuff. Like if the world shuts down, I'm the first one to go. You know, alternative. Oh, I cut a corner of a Tyvek envelope to protect the inside just in case of oh really? That's pretty smart move. I have a classic double flap too in patent leather, black and gold hardware, and I've used it once. It's to go to sushi. Well, that's some fat. Saya, you go out dining with a wonderful dinner date in your bag because whoa, sushi is fancy, but patent leather is so persnickety. It's so sensitive. It's so like the environment must be perfect. It can't be too hot. It can't be too wet. You can't touch me. You must have me lined on something perfect. Don't put me in sunlight, you know, but don't put me away. You must have air circulation. Patent leather is so persnickety. Um, oh, alternative. I don't carry a lot of cash, but there are a few businesses, yeah, that have to take cash. Yeah, I totally get that. Like I have a bunch of change sitting here. I do have a change purse, and then the one time I don't carry my change purse is the one time I always need change. Like I actually have change. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? It's been so rare. I used to collect coins, by the way. My dad collected coins, so we collected coins just because why not? That's you'll video alternative luxury. Yeah. Well, my problem with I'm afraid of soy sauce, Saya. Not a, well, with black patent leather, it'd probably be fine unless it's a contrast stitching. You have a Hermes box steel full of coins that you never use. I actually have an LV coin case somewhere, a little cute. Um, I think I took it out of one of my bags and stuck it somewhere. Another reason why you shouldn't give me little teeny tiny SLGs. I put them places and I forget where I put them. But let me show you one of my favorite little novelty things. They don't make these anymore. This is a Coach item. This is a Coach outlet item. Um, so this is a little pill case. So there's allergy meds, ibuprofen, and Advil. And they came with these little bottles, and they stopped making these. These things are awesome. Nope, I only baby my Birkin every Mr. Saya. I've seen you toss that Birkin. Every time you toss your bags, my breath catches. I'm like, I mean, I throw my bags on the baseboard. I mean, I can't judge nobody, but when you throw your Birkin around, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're more Birkin. I know it's leather. It's fine. It's fine. Um, nice, Saya. Oh my goodness gracious. So now I have been talking for 2.5 hours. It's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna have to probably shut this down. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I will have something to show you. I don't know. Um, do you have any Henry's bags? I have three. I have three. I I actually acquired all three of them by trading. So I got Jolie's bag, I have Winnie B. LV's bag, and I have one of Dawn's Love Couture's bag. All three of them came from other people. They bought them with the Autumn Beckman craze. The problem with the Henry's bags is not that they're not awesome, because they're awesome. The straps. They have a webbed strap, and it makes the very beautiful bag become very casual. And so everybody who bought, and they're not adjustable and they're not removable. If those had been, well, they can be adjusted, they're just not removable. If those straps had been removable, I never would have gotten those bags in trade. They would have used those bags. Those bags are beautiful. They're expensive for what they are, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Yep. Jolie gave me one. I can't remember what I traded her with. Was that I think okay, so I can't remember which bag it was. It might have been that bag, but I traded a bag with Jolie and she got a um what's the name of that bag from Dooney and Burke? The large Barlow. And I never really carried it. And then she took it and then she loaded it up and she carried it and she cursed me out because she's like, Jackie, that bag is so heavy. Because yeah, the large Barlow is a big bag. It's very heavy. It makes the Rogue seem like a light bag, guys. The large Barlow is heavy. So yeah, Miss Jolie, yeah, she had words. I didn't know she didn't like a heavy bag. She just thought the bag was pretty, and we traded bags. I just got the fold over, and I want the Boast. Um, oh yeah. The Henry's bags are amazing. The quality is amazing, but they're casual. Yes, and if the strap was removable, I never would have got those bags. Never would have got those bags. Like Julie, what I want is a mini Barlow. They have a mini Barlow, and that one I think, okay, that one I could probably deal with, but that large Barlow is a lot of leather. A lot of leather is a heavy bag. And I'm not the only one. And that wasn't even in the Florentine. The Florentine version is heavier. Like I've had so many people buy that. You'll see them on the pre-love, relove sites and on the Facebook site. So like large Barlow never used, sale, for price, blah blah blah, because they're heavy. It sounds like the Buckley. Yes, it is very much like the Buckley. And the thing too is like why people sell the Rogues is because the Rogue 30, the original Rogue, is a heavy bag. It's the amount of leather that's in that bag. I had a Henry's that looked like the Hermes Evelyn. It was too small and the straps too short. Yes, and went to good. Oh, Katie, I would have bought that from you. Oh, my husband just said no. Oh, he's like, no, you can't. Um, oh my God, the Buckley is my nemesis. I don't have a Buckley. I think the Buckley is a gorgeous bag, but even that Russell bag is lighter than the Bucky. The Buckley, or even the large. Um, oh, I can't. I've lost it. Anyway, that Florentine medium size Russell bag is lighter than the Buckley. Hmm. Is it heavy like the city steamer? I do not have a city steamer. I do not believe I have the city steamer. Mm. What would you do if I didn't sell my bags? I know, I know. I don't sell my bags. Thank you for giving. I'd be happy. Um, I give and sell, but I'm pretty much out of the selling game, guys. I have one Poshmark listing, and I'm at the point in life where being on the selling platforms by being an engaged seller, because you have to do a lot of marketing. You just get used to listings. You have to engage. There's Posh Parties and there's the way you do listings, and you had to put things on discounts. Mercari does the same thing. That to really be a good seller, first you had to have a lot of listings and you had to be very engaged. And by being engaged, it means I'm also looking at items to buy because I'm looking at other people's closets and looking at their items. So I have had to say no more. I just have to get off the sites because being on them constantly, yes, I get good deals, but I can go broke with good deals, even at $20 and $30 a bag. It's not the $20 and $30 bag that's the problem. It's the fact that I bought 10 of them in 1 month is a problem. Yeah. So, hey guys, was out doing Sunday errands, missed most of the live. Anything exciting happening? Hey, Steph. Yes, but unfortunately, we're about to end the live because I'm like at 2 hours and 40 minutes, and guys, I'm tired. The large peekaboo just sold on. Yes, I saw that because I follow you, Steph, on Poshmark. I was so excited that that sold. I was so excited, like yay! Yeah, Katie, selling is too stressful. That's also why I put the brakes on buying luxury handbags. Yes, yes, I agree with you. I can buy pre-loved bags for around $200, a little higher if I really, really love it. 300's my comfort zone of max. Anything beyond $300, it's too hard for me to do because again, I don't buy one bag a month. I buy 2 or 3 bags, and you can't keep doing that on my income and still pay for the power bill, you know, and still eat. There's things that have to happen. So I don't, all my pre-loved vintage bags, other than the very few high-end Louis Vuitton bags I have, even my vintage Louis Vuitton bags they're $300. I do have one bag coming that's $800 pre-loved, but that was payment plan over a long time. I've had that on layaway with my friend. That's the last expensive-ish bag I have coming. Everything else has been like 200, 300 at most. Most. I'm actually happier spending $50 on a bag, let's be honest. There's enough bags out there that are leather that are beautiful. Um, when I can get a Reed Karkoff bag for $150 all day long. Did I see something new in your blue waterfall? Uh, yes. But my blue waterfall, that's actually a different color blue. I just moved it behind the teddy bear. So that was my bag I bought when Milo died. It is my I don't know what the color is called, but it's just another blue. It's not the French blue. Yeah. And I have an older blue bag right there, and then I have my puppy dog bag up there, and I moved my Kansas City Chiefs bag right there. My red ones. I love red, blue, brown bags. Those are my favorite. I probably have more brown bags than any color, although you would think it's blue. I actually don't have the Buckley was over 600 plus tax on QVC last year. I know the Buckley is crazy expensive, but honestly, the leather on that bag is amazing. I actually see the value in the Buckley bag. A lot of the Dooney and Burke bags, I see the value in the leather. I really do. Hey, Chess with Chris. Um, I love the Instagram close up of your puppy dog Dooney. So cute. I know, right? Such a cool bag. And we went on a road trip today, and we took our dog, our little Watson. He's snoring, by the way, on a road trip. He's not spoiled. Of course he's not spoiled. Very spoiled. Um it's Chris, it's fine. I'm just happy the bags left my home. I didn't need to hang on to it. The money was lost no matter what. I already used the money. Um, so I was happy to just get them out of my life, and I was able to buy myself a bag and my sister a bag. Um, QVC is much more expensive than for D&B. Yes, it is. And I think they do that because they have QVC exclusives and they do payment plans. So I think that's why people buy them off QVC, because it's interest-free payment plans that they offer you, the Pay in 5 or whatever. Um, but honestly, if people knew about I Love Dooney, and there's other programs out there like Afterpay and Klarna that does the same thing that the 5Pay, but QVC is a built-in audience. Yeah, and they do have exclusives. Yeah, they do. Like right now, the only way to get a brand new Smith bag is through QVC. They had them. I don't know if they're still there, but they had them. Um, it hurts a little bit to get ripped off, but um, not that much. It hurts James more than me, maybe. But he's the one who told me just let go, get rid of it. Mm. I recently have been buying inventory to sell, and I'm praying I break even. I know, right? Breaking even is like the goal. I'm not even trying to make money. I'm just trying to hopefully not. If even if I lose 50% of what I put in, it's still I get 50% out. So that's why I don't feel too bad. Like, yeah, I gave them like $1,000 worth of products, but I got 20% back, which is better than zero. And again, I bought some clothes, I bought some bags, I bought my sister a bag. We had a fun afternoon. There were things that I've been trying to sell for months, nobody really wanted, so I was okay with it. You know, sometimes again, I'm not doing this to make money. It's not a business. I'm not a reseller. I'm not buying a thing for $5 and trying to selling it for $50. I wish I could. I wish I could buy something for $10 and sell it for 20 with a straight face. I can't. you know I pass on the deals. James sounds supportive like my husband. When I decided to sell my clothing inventory for my last job, I lost 70% of my investment, and my husband was like, there's to sold me the entire time. Yeah, because honestly, you had that wardrobe, it did its purpose, and now at least you got 25% of the value back that you could put into something else, or else it's 100% loss. Now, not everybody feels this way. I'm not saying I'm going to be a rich, wealthy human being, guys. You know, this is bleeding heart Jackie you're talking to. This is me. I'm not going to I lose money, I don't make money. It's just the way it is. I'm just happy to have a steady paycheck and income and a job. I am one disaster away from bankruptcy, but that's okay. I used the money to move across the country, and now my life is much happier here in Texas. Yes, that's what matters. That's what matters. You know. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for talking with me. Give me a thumbs up on the way out. I really don't know what it does to the algorithm. All I know is it shows engagement, and that's all that matters. Um, so anyway, have a great day. Oh, well, all that matters to YouTube. I'm just happy you're here with me. Even the people who aren't talking, I'm happy you're here with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you want something, get a hold of me. I did sell one bag to Ravi. Ravi, if you're still listening, send me an email and I will check that right now. Have a great night, everybody. Bye, Jolie. Bye, Native. Bye, Linda. Bye, Grace, Contessa, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow, guys. And hopefully I'll have something to show you. I don't even know. But I'm sure something happens. Something always happens on a Monday. Bye, Monarch.